levitating. You can fly away with me tonight. You can fly away with me tonight. Baby, let me take you for a ride. I'm levitating. You can fly away with me tonight. You can fly away with me tonight. Baby, let me take you for a ride. I got you, moonlight. You're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating. You, moonlight. You're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me.
Regular season, and it's going to be a big-time matchup in Northeast Arkansas. That's going to wrap up this week's edition of the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas High School Game Day Show. We hope you enjoyed our program, and be sure to tune in at 10 o'clock for the Simmons Bank Friday Night Scoreboard Show on this station. From 10 to midnight, Rex Nelson and Nate Olson will give you the latest scores and updates from around the state, as well as the newest Rex's Road to the Rock rankings. Tonight's broadcast has been brought to you by Simmons Bank, UAMS Health, Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine, Arkansas Delta Byways Regional Tourism, the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas, Hot Springs, Keep Arkansas Beautiful, Silverson Casino Resort in Pine Bluff, the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, Arkansas Brighter Futures 529, Lyon College, Arkansas Blue Cross and Blue Shield, the University of Central Arkansas, Arkansas Game and Fish, Roller Funeral Home, Southern Arkansas University in Magnolia, Murphy Arts District in El Dorado, Ouachita Baptist University, and the Great American Conference.
The following is a special sports presentation from the EAB Sports Network.
It's time for Valley View Blazer football on FM News Talk 102.1. Presented by NEA Baptist, Barton's Home Outlet, Jonesboro Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Kavanaugh Auto Group, and First National Bank. Now, let's go to the NEA Baptist broadcast booth and join Randy Myers for the First National Bank pregame show.
Welcome to Southside, Arkansas, where the stage is set for the game of the year in the 5A East Conference. Hello, everyone. I'm Randy Myers in the NEA Baptist broadcast position at Stewart Field on the Southside High School campus, where tonight two of the top teams in Arkansas 5A football are set to clash in a battle for the driver's seat as we hit the home stretch of the 5A East Conference race. Valley View and Southside are each 4-0 in league play and ranked in the top 5 of most 5A rankings and polls. The Blazers have won 6 straight and enter tonight's clash with a 6-1 overall record, while Southside is unbeaten on the season, checking in at a perfect 7-0. Valley View made short work of Brooklyn last week at home, taking down the Bearcats by a 42-3 tally. Meanwhile, while the Blazers were dismantling Brooklyn, Southside was across town at Raider Field at Nettleton, where they dominated the Raiders 42-17. This morning I visited with Blazers head coach Sean Cockrell, and we'll share our weekly pregame chat with the coach after this 2-minute timeout on the EAB Sports Network.
Clinic sends a referral for your specialty services. You have a choice. The decision of where you receive care is yours. You can choose the only facility in Eastern Arkansas to receive an A rating in patient safety by Leapfrog, delivering world-class care and an unmatched safety protocol. You have a choice in your healthcare provider. Choose NEA Baptist, where safety isn't a goal, it's a promise.
At First National Bank, our mortgage lending team knows what it takes to make a home and a superior home loan process. Simple, proven, and reliable service with competitive rates at a bank that already feels like home. Since 1889, that's been the First National Bank way, because for our people, this is home. Apply online at fnbank.net/mortgage. From our family to yours, welcome home. First National Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Get huge savings now at every Kavanaugh dealership. Kavanaugh has a great selection of late model, low mileage, certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. And most are still under factory warranty. We have every make and every model, so you're sure to find the vehicle you want. And when you buy at Kavanaugh, every new and used purchase comes with 1 year of free maintenance. Plus, we buy cars. Bring a vehicle, get a check. Come see us today at one of our dealerships or go to KavanaughCars.com.
The team at Jonesboro Orthopedics and Sports Medicine has been taking care of our local athletes for over 40 years. And now they have 2 locations with JOSM on Main and the all-new JOSM on Matthews. Inside St. Bernard's Health and Wellness Center with non-operative providers Dr. J.T. Fisher and the newest addition to the staff, Dr. Morgan Benefield. Call 932-1820. Find them on Facebook and at JonesboroOrtho.com. Jonesboro Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, excelling in our field so you can excel on yours.
We welcome you back to our pregame coverage of Blazer football presented by First National Bank. Randy Meyer sitting down now with Valley View head coach Sean Cockrell as his Blazers get set to take on Southside tonight in the big game, what so far is the game of the year in the 5A East Conference race. First of all, Coach, let's rewind to last week, a 42-3 win against Brooklyn. Again, I think we could probably both agree it was a little closer than that final score might indicate.
Yeah, for sure. If you just look at the score, you'd think, oh, man, they beat them pretty good, which we did at the end of the day. But, man, they played us extremely hard and had a great game plan, and 14-3 at half, and we felt like we were losing, and I think they felt like they were winning. But I just told our kids, I said, our expectations are so high and what we expect how them to play, and so we weren't playing up to our standards, and we obviously did that coming out in the second half, but rewind, you look at it and you go back and look at the film and all that, and we did some really good things, and just excited to get another victory, really.
Brooklyn seemed to do as good a job as anybody has all year of not stopping, but at least slowing down your passing game. They really did a good job of keeping our receivers in front of them. So is that, in your opinion, was that more on something that Brooklyn was doing, or was that an issue with you guys, or how do you see that?
Yeah, I think a little bit of both. I think that they disguised some coverages that we kind of weren't ready for, that they had put in. And then at the end of the day, once you get up 21-3, then we need to be able to run the ball, and we want to run the clock. I mean, Coach Riley does a great job of recognizing what situations we're in, and knowing that, hey, this is going to be a long game or whatever, they're running the ball on us. We've got to run the ball and that kind of stuff. But a little bit of both. They kind of disguised some coverages, but, we had trouble getting open in some areas, and, hopefully we've got that figured out for this week.
Another oddity from that game that I noticed, you guys didn't seem to go to the jumbo package quite as much against Brooklyn. I'm assuming that was by design, but talk about that a little bit and what led to that decision.
Yeah, we went nasty there a couple times, and what teams have started to do to us is they've started to cut everybody up front. And so the very first play, they tried to cut us. A couple of our guys actually stepped over those guys and tried to go to the next level. Those guys got up and made the play. So it's things that we've had to talk about. We ran it twice. We didn't really get anything. We didn't feel comfortable in it. So Coach Riley, I was like, let's just go back, to our normal offense. I think we're better beating them there. There's certain teams that play it well. Certain teams don't. We've really worked on it this week, so you're going to see it a little bit more tonight.
Another dominant performance by your defense, forcing a season-high 5 turnovers, and I believe you converted all but one of those into points on the board for the Blazers.
Yeah, no, that's huge. Anytime that we can get those opportunities, from the defense is big for our offense. We've harped on, we stopped the run, we stopped the run, but we've done a really good job in the secondary. Rylan Ramsey is a sophomore, and Laird Cullen, those guys have really done a good job. Kenneth Robinson, Ricky Moffitt and Daniel Richardson when they've played. And so they've done a really good job on defense, and we'll continue to try to get the ball, to our offense as much as possible.
Any other individual performances from last week that you felt stood out?
Yeah, no, I mean, just those guys. I felt like we stopped the run. I felt like a lot of times those defensive linemen don't get noticed, especially against Brooklyn, who decided to kind of do their own type of nasty, big jumbo package. And those guys are getting double teamed all over the place. So felt like I think they ended up with 36 yards rushing. So when you can do that, that's huge for our defense.
All right, put the Bearcats in the rearview mirror and turn our attention to the task at hand tonight. And it's a pretty tall task. This is a Southside team that I think everybody thought Southside would be good this year, and probably better than they were last year, because they had a lot of kids coming back from a team that just missed out on the playoffs last year. I'm not sure everybody thought that many people necessarily thought they'd be unbeaten to this point. But in your opinion, are you surprised by the success that they've had, or are they pretty much where you thought they might be?
Yeah, no, I'm a little surprised, like I said, because they're undefeated, which is hard to do. They've played some really big football games. They went on the road and beat Nettleton. They beat Wynn 28-14. So they're doing some things that they've never done as a school district for the first time being in 5A, which is tough. They're just playing extremely hard and with a lot of confidence, and you can tell on film the way they play. They're being coached up. They're doing everything right. They're swarming on defense, getting to the ball. And then offensively, they're hard to handle. They run an offense that is really tough to defend. If you're going to put a lot of people in the box, they're going to be able to throw it on you a little bit. They're playing really well. I don't know if I expected them to be undefeated, but I did expect them to be a lot better football team.
You mentioned their offense, and there's a lot of things about this team that certainly stand out, but offensively they do put up some big numbers. In fact, they're scoring a little bit more than you are, averaging 42 points a game. You're averaging 41, but and they run a shotgun wing T, which is a pretty unique offense. In fact, Coach Simpson's even written a book about this offense, though. But how unique is it?
Yeah, it's tough because, in every formation you're going to have a tight end and a wing, and they're going to move linemen over, and maybe you have a tight end lined up as a tackle. You've got to know where people are and who's covered, who's not covered, who's eligible, who's not eligible. But then it's almost like just a melee. It's how many guys can we get in a certain gap, give it to the running back, which obviously they got Gabe Witt that transferred over from Batesville, that is obviously helping them. And then the Seth Case is a super fast kid that's hard to handle. Savion Hall at quarterback is tough to handle. So they've got the guys all over the place that they can give the ball to. But they're doing a really good job up front. They don't run a lot of plays. They just run them out of a lot of different formations. And so you've got to get lined up, which will be the toughest part for us.
And as you just alluded to, they've got quite a stable of running backs, plus a very good running quarterback. And I haven't looked it up, but I feel pretty safe in saying that they lead the league in rushing. I mean, they've got Witt, who you mentioned, who's got over right around 800 yards, another guy who's got over 500 yards, and the quarterback, Savion Hall, has got almost 700 rushing yards. So there's a 3 or 4-headed monster coming at you out of that backfield.
Yeah, and they may run the same exact play and give it to 3 different guys. So that's the part that's tough. As long as we can get lined up and we can match their physicality, I think we'll have a really good shot at stopping them. But that's a tall task, and they're going to take guys, put them on one side of the line of the center, and then move them over to the other side, shift over, and you've got to get lined up. And so our defense is kind of based on where they're at. So it's going to be tough for us.
Now, as much as as impressive as they are on offense, a lot of people will tell you that the strength of the team was their defensive play.
Yeah, and and I heard Coach Simpson say that he even thinks that that's probably the best part of their team is their defense, and it's just the way they play. I mean, they're not the biggest guys that you've ever seen, especially on the defensive front, but when Isaac Wallace is there, 34, you're going to know where he's at all times. He made a lot of plays against us last year, and he's made a lot this year. He's got a motor that doesn't stop. And then their secondary, their safeties are run players first. I mean, they may be 10 yards off the ball, but they're coming down in the run game. So when they see the football, they are going to run to it, and they're going to try to strip it and get it out and cause havoc, basically, to our offense.
Do you see some things that you feel like you can perhaps exploit or take advantage of?
We do. Hopefully they're not listening to this when it plays, but we feel like we can run a lot of quick game passing, getting the ball out fast to TJ, Andrew, Drew, Zaki, Tice, all those guys, getting it out fast. And then we also are going to line up in a couple H-backs and run right at them. So we feel like they want you to spread it out, and they want to be able to make you run side to side. So we're either going to run at them, or we're going to try to throw it quick game, or, if they decide to come up, we'll take deep shots on them.
This is one of the biggest games in the state tonight, especially in 5A, so it's going to have a lot of eyes on it. It's obviously a big stage. There's probably going to be a huge crowd there tonight from both sides representing. You've been in this situation before. Southside has to a point, but probably not as much. do you feel like you maybe have an advantage in being prepared for this big a stage?
Yeah, I mean, I think our staff does for sure. I think they've all been there and all done it. So I think it's big. I think the biggest thing that I've tried to portray to the kids is how exciting this is for you to be able to play in a game like this. It doesn't happen all the time, and obviously it hasn't happened really this year for us. So be more excited about it and not nervous about what's going to happen. At the end of the day, whatever happens, we still got a lot of games ahead of us, and so I think just being excited, I think we'll play well.
One final question for you. Of course, Jamarian Davis injured last week. What is his status tonight?
Yeah, he'll be out. He went to PT on Tuesday, and we just don't think he's ready to play, and he doesn't think he is either. So that he's not, because he's the guy that we really, really need. But at this point, we told him there's more games ahead, and we're going to need him later on. So hopefully we can keep going to PT, and we can get him ready by either next week or the week after.
So who slides into that spot tonight?
So with what they're doing, you're going to see Brian Huff go down and play a little defensive line. You'll see him in a 9 technique and then if we keep Brian at linebacker, you'll see Everett Thomas come in and play one of those 4 techniques, kind of just hold a gap and help us out there.
Coach, appreciate the visit as always. We'll see you tonight at Southside Stadium.
Thank you, Randy.
It's Coach Sean Cockrell, our guest. We'll step aside for a timeout and back with more Blazer football in the First National Bank pregame show after this on the EAB Sports Network.
Evolve Bank and Trust is now bringing full-service banking to Jonesboro. To celebrate, we're offering you $200 extra. Just open a new checking account with Evolve. Have at least 2 qualifying direct deposits of $500 or more within 90 days. Then we'll deposit $200 extra into your account. It's just that easy. Open a new Evolve checking account and receive an extra $200 in your account, plus free checks for a year. Restrictions apply. Visit getevolved.com/special promotion for more details, or come in and see us at 111 East Huntington Avenue, Suite A, or call us at 870-933-2480. That's 870-933-2480. Evolve Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Greenway proudly supports the DIYer in you. Whether you're a mover, a shaker, a groundbreaker, a risk taker, a challenge embracer, or a landscape visionary, whatever the task, we've got a John Deere tractor that can help move your project forward. You've got work to do, so let's get started. Reserve yours today in store or at gogreenway.com.
Pico Foods says good luck to all the players, coaches, cheerleaders, and marching bands taking the field tonight. Under the lights, it's not about who's in your path, it's about who's in your huddle. And Pico Foods is a proud teammate and supporter of local communities and the state's agricultural producers. Learn more about how Pico Foods buys direct to support local producers. In Arkansas and Missouri, call David Durham or James Chester, 870-202-7101. In Alabama and Mississippi, call Andrew Parker or John Taylor Hickman at 601-670-9383.
Randy Myers under the headset as we welcome you back to Stewart Field at Southerner Stadium, just across the White River from Batesville here in Independence County, where tonight Valley View and Southside are now less than 15 minutes away from kickoff in what many are calling a conference championship game. In effect, it does have that feel, but technically it's not a title game because the Blazers still have 2 big games left with Nettleton and Batesville, and Southside also must still play Batesville as well as Paragould. Tonight's game marks only the second meeting of the Blazers and Southerners ever. Valley View won a 21-14 defensive battle last year at Central Dealership Stadium, but tonight's game has all the markings of a potential offensive shootout. Valley View averaging 41 points per game coming into this one, while Southside is scoring at a clip of 42 points tonight. Our First National Bank pregame coverage of Blazer football is brought to you by First National Bank. We'll come back to check your starters after this on the EAB Sports Network.
Go outside and play with Jonesboro Cycle and ATV. Jonesboro Cycle is your go-to for all your power sports needs, whether it be off-road, on-road, or on the wall. Check out their inventory of four-wheelers, side-by-sides, motorcycles, dirt bikes, cruisers, go-karts, scooters, personal watercrafts, boats, and even boat motors. Jonesboro Cycle is a 185,000 square foot motorsports mecca featuring all the name brands under one roof. Jonesboro Cycle and ATV on U.S. Highway 63 North in Bono and JonesboroCycle.com.
Need top-notch farming and lawn gear? Visit First Choice Farm and Lawn, your Kubota dealer in Brooklyn. We get your need for reliable equipment. That's why we offer precision Kubota machinery for any task. From seasoned farmers to green thumb homeowners, we are working to keep you working. Find your Kubota match at First Choice Farm and Lawn on Highway 49 in Brooklyn. Achieve your goals faster with our Kubota inventory and top-notch service. Call 870-790-2301 or drop by today. Your trusted Kubota dealer, First Choice Farm and Lawn.
Hey there, Northeast Arkansas. This is John Moore of Arkansas Superstore on Highway 49 in Brooklyn. Here to tell you that we're flipping the script on car buying. Don't stand for bait and switch tactics. That's holding. We believe in transparency and trust. You deserve the car you want with a payment much lower than your rent. Arkansas Superstore is here to make sense of it all for you. Come over and find your dream ride. You're approved. When the banks say no, I say yes. Visit us today at 11580 Highway 49 North in Brooklyn or online at arkansassuperstore.com.
You raised your family here. Did every July 4th here. Refinished the floors here twice. Sized up your daughter's boyfriends here. Waited in the doorway all day when your son was coming home on leave. This place has given you all you've dreamed of, and now it's giving again in the form of a gourmet kitchen and the quietest dishwasher known to man. Realize your dream with a home equity line of credit from Simmons Bank. Dreams realized. SimmonsBank.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, subject to credit approval.
We're back at Stewart Field at Southern Stadium here on the Southside campus. Randy Myers under the headset. Now about 11 and a half minutes away from kickoff for this big 5A East Conference tilt between Valley View and Southside. As we take a look now at your offensive starters for this ball game. For Valley View, of course, the Blazer offense will be led by the two-time All-State quarterback Carson Turley. He's a 5'10", 167-pound senior who thus far has passed for over 1,200 yards and 16 touchdowns. And he's also rushed for over 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. Anthony Feliz will start at running back for the Blazers. He's a 5'8", 150-pound junior. The wide receivers will be T.J. Starks, a 6'1", 170-pound senior. Leading receiver for the Blazers with 22 catches for 346 yards and 6 touchdowns. He has an offer from Ouachita Baptist. The other outside receiver will be Drew Bob Gartman, the 6'3" junior, 155-pounder with 11 catches thus far for 280 yards and 6 touchdowns. Drew is an A-State baseball commit. The slot receivers are Zaki Urban, a 5'8", 165-pound senior. He's got 15 catches for 258 yards and a pair of touchdowns. And Gavin Tice, a 5'7", 157-pound senior. Up front in the trenches, the tackles are Daniel Cole, a 6'6", 302-pound junior, and Caleb Lands, a 6'1", 289-pound senior. The guards are Hudson Rogers, a 6', 214-pound junior, and Gavin Achita, a 6'3", 339-pound senior. The center will be Judd Miles, a 5'11", 192-pound sophomore, but expect to see senior Avery Wood also get several snaps. Avery is a 5'8", 247-pound senior. Southside's offense led by very dangerous multi-threat quarterback Savion Hall, a 6'2", 170-pound senior. Hall has rushed for almost 700 yards from his quarterback position. He'll be joined in the backfield by a talented transfer from Batesville in Gabe Witt. He's a 5'11", 197-pound senior who has over 800 rushing yards through the first 7 games this year for Southside. The wingback will be Isaac Wallace, a 6'2", 220-pound senior. He has an offer from Eastern Kentucky. Seth Case will start at wide receiver, but also move him into the backfield quite a bit. In fact, he has 500-plus rushing yards. He is a 5'8", 140-pound Cat Quick senior for the Southerners. The other wide receiver will be Tanner Elambaugh, a 6'1" senior. The tight end is Jalen Jennings. He is the son of former A-State and Arkansas basketball player Jason Jennings. Jalen's not quite as tall as a 7-foot pop, but he's 6'6" 225 pounds. He's a senior. Up front in the trenches, the O-line consists of Tate Hedden, a 6 foot, 223-pound senior. Landon Cartwright, a 6 foot, 200-pound senior. Center is Peyton Foster, a 5'8", 270-pound senior. Anthony Manning, a 5'10", 194-pound junior, also starts on the O-line, as does Cole Hendrickson, a 6 foot, 220-pound junior. So there's a look at your offensive starters for tonight's tilt between Valley View and Southside. We'll pause for 2 minutes and back with more First National Bank pregame show after this on the EAB Sports Network.
Quarterback, guard, running back. Every position has a role in building success. If you want a position where you can build success in your own career, Lexicon is hiring welders, millwrights, and many more positions. We offer free on-the-job training through our own Lexicon University so you can learn while you earn and build the career you want. Competitive pay, a great health care plan, paid vacation, a sweet 401k plan, and more. Find out more at lexicon-inc.com/football.
You know your child's heart, and at Arkansas Children's Heart Institute, we know how to care for it. Ranked again by U.S. News and World Report, our cardiology program continues to champion patients and produce exceptional outcomes for families. At Arkansas Children's Hospital Jonesboro Clinic, we give your child the care they need close to home. Whether it's a heart murmur or a congenital heart disease lesion, our pediatric cardiology experts offer exceptional care. Visit archildrens.org/NEA to learn more today.
It's a mix and match special now at all Northeast Arkansas Domino's Pizza locations. Choose any two for $6.99 each for carry-out or delivery. How about a medium 2-topping pizza, oven-baked sandwich, pasta in a tin, loaded tots, Domino's stuffed cheesy bread, bread twists, marble brownies, and so much more. Switch it up for lunch or dinner for the whole gang. The mix and match special with any two for only $6.99 each for carry-out or delivery. Only at your Northeast Arkansas area Domino's Pizza locations.
Hey, dude, you won't believe it. We sold our house and we made a fortune.
No way! How'd you find out it was worth that much?
We used this awesome website, arhomevalue.com. It was a game changer. It's brought to you by Dustin White Realty. They know their stuff. Plus, arhomevalue.com is quick and easy to use.
Don't miss out on getting top dollar for your home. Go to arhomevalue.com today. Brought to you by Dustin White Realty. Top dollar for your home sale is just a click away. arhomevalue.com.
You're listening to the Valley View Blazers on FM News Talk 102.1 and KBTM AM 1230 Jonesboro.
Welcome back to Stewart Field at Southerner Stadium here in Southside as we count you down toward kickoff for Valley View and Southside and 5A East Conference action. I'm Randy Myers, joined now by Steve Clayton, who's on loan to us tonight from Suncom Media in the NEA Baptist broadcast position. And Steve kind of set the stage is set tonight for one of the biggest games in the 5A East and in the state, really.
Well, Randy, first of all, I'm honored to be up here with you. You do a great job, Voice of Blazers football, Voice of Blazers athletics, and once again, honored to be with you. Randy, as you know, my normal gig does not have a game tonight. I could have been anywhere in the state of Arkansas, but I chose to be right here. This will be a phenomenal game, and it's technically not for the conference championship, but you and I both know the 5A East will probably roll through the winner of tonight's game.
Most likely. You know, it's kind of funny. A few minutes ago, I was kind of joking with you. About 15 minutes ago, there wasn't just a whole lot of people here, but now I look back across the field over there at the home side, and on those bleachers, the only spot that is empty is where their band will sit there on the field right now. And I poke my head outside the press box here in the visiting side, and it's just about full already. I'm looking down there on that north end zone and seeing people that are already standing along the fence line. So I believe it's safe to say we're going to have a packed house here tonight at Stewart Field.
A standing room only, no doubt. Like I said, it's the game, if not one of the top 2 or 3 games in the state of Arkansas. This is the game in Northeast Arkansas. So no better place to be tonight than in Southside baseball.
Valley View leads the series with Southside, but it's only the second meeting ever tonight between these two. Of course, Valley View won 21-14 last year on their home field. Senior safety Carson Winters forced a fumble on the Southside quarterback that was recovered by fellow senior and defensive back Jay Winters. 2 plays later, offensive coordinator Marty Riley lined T.J. Starks up. In the backfield is an H-back. No one from Southside picked him up as he ran a wide-open route where Carson Turley found him for the go-ahead winning touchdown with just over 3 minutes left in the game. I'm trying to remember, were you at that game last year?
No, sir, I did not see that game.
Well, it was a dandy, and like I said, it went right down. It really wasn't decided Valley View got the go-ahead score with about 3 minutes left and then had to still put up a defensive stand after that to preserve the victory. Last week, of course, Valley View took care of business against Brooklyn. The Blazers winning 42-3 at Central Dealership Stadium. They were up 14-3 at half, led it 21-3 at the end of the third before adding 3 more touchdowns in the fourth quarter. Southside, meanwhile, was across town at Raider Field and handed Nettleton its first conference loss of the season as the Southerners won in dominant fashion 42-17. They trailed 10-7 at the end of the first quarter, but led it 21-17 at the half, and then outscored the Raiders 21-0 in the second half. Valley View is 6-1 as the Blazers enter this game. Both teams are 4-0 in conference play, and of course Southside, as we mentioned earlier, unbeaten on the season as they are a perfect 7-0 coming into this game tonight. Sean Cockrell and Kenny Simpson are the respective head coaches. Sean is in his 10th season at Valley View. He is currently 60-43 overall coming into tonight's game with 3 conference championship titles under his belt. Coach Simpson is in his second year of his second stint as the head coach here at Southside. His overall record is 58-54-1, but 13-4 in his current stint as the head coach of the Southerners. Valley View is ranked 3rd in the state in Class 5A by Hootens.com. Southside is number 8 in that particular ranking. The Southerners are ranked number 3 in the state in the Arkansas Sports Media 5-0 poll, where Valley View is number 7 in that particular poll. Predictions, both Hootens and Scorebook Live, along with the Jonesboro Sun, all picking Valley View to win this game. Your officiating crew tonight, the referee is Brad Davidson. The umpire is Tony Davis. The side judge is Stephen Tyler. The head linesman is Eddie Price. The line judge is Brian Gunnels. And the back judge is Eddie Joe Hillis. We have time for one more timeout, so we'll pause for a 60-second break and back hopefully soon with kickoff when we return after this 1-minute timeout with Blazer football on the EAB Sports Network.
What started with our grandfather and continues in its 4th generation today, Glensane's history of quality sales, service, and strong personal relationships that have kept our customers and their families coming back for over 69 years.
From my grandpa to my dad to us, service after the sale is a big deal. Whether you're looking to buy a GMC, Chevrolet, Buick, or Ford, we look forward to serving you and your family for years to come.
Across Arkansas, Farmers and Merchants Bank and the Bank of Fayetteville join you in cheering on our favorite teams. We applaud the extra effort from neighbors like you that make our local schools and activities an integral part of our community. Working as a team to help you reach your goals is a perfect game plan for success. The Farmers and Merchants Bank and the Bank of Fayetteville, finally a bank in your corner. MeBanking.com, member FDIC.
We are inside a minute away from kickoff here for Valley View and Southside as we welcome you back to Stewart Field at Southerner Stadium. Randy Myers alongside Steve Clayton, and you can feel the electricity in the air, Steve. A big fireworks explosion and display while we were away in that break.
Well, Southside's very young in the football program, just as Valley View is. But they do a tremendous job here, and like you said, Randy, standing room only for the biggest game, maybe all year in the 5A East, but definitely up to this point.
So the Blazers won the pregame toss, deferring their option to the second half. That means we're going to see this dynamic Southside offense straight away as Valley View is set to kick it away with Brody Dix about to tee it up at the 40-yard line as he is now handed the football.
Will be Seth Case and Gabe Whip deep for the Southerners, so they hold nothing back on their special teams, at least on their kickoff return team.
Case is a senior wide receiver and Witt's a senior running back. So Brody Dix has it teed up at the 40. We're set to play football here in Southside. Dix approaches, kicks it deep, and it'll be gathered in at about the 5-yard line. Return is on across the middle of the field, and he's brought down at about the 27 or the 28-yard line. And I believe that was
Case on the return.
Seth Case on the return for the Southerners.
Yes, sir. Pretty good starting field position for Southside, but nice job in turn by the Valley View kickoff team. And we're fixing a tremendous athlete at quarterback for Southside. Keep your eyes on, we talked about it in pregame, we talked about it on the trip down here, and that is number 11, Savion Hall at the quarterback position.
Trip set receivers clustered to the near side. Now the H-back and tight end will shift to the right. It's an empty backfield for Hall. He'll keep it and run right and gets caught near the line of scrimmage. Looks like no gain, as the line of scrimmage, by the way, is the 29 after the spot following that kickoff.
Great job by Didrik Barnes on the stop at time at Hall right at the line of scrimmage, so it'll be second long. Southside starts behind the sticks after their first play, Randy.
Two receivers to the left. Running back is on the quarterback Hall's left hip.
Obviously, that's Witt back there with Hall.
And Hall's going to run it again. This time he breaks out of a tackle, but succumbs to the second wave of tacklers, advances it up to about the 32, possibly the 33-yard line, and it'll be third down and about 7 from there for the Southerners.
Randy, you mentioned a great job by the second level of the Blazer defense running to the football. Brian Huff was there, along with numerous other Blazers, brings up third and long here on the first series of down for the Southerners.
3rd and 7 from the 32. One receiver goes wide right. Hall out of the gun with a running back on his right hip. Takes the snap. He's going to keep it, runs right, and gets hammered. He'll lose yardage back at about the 31-yard line. Was that Huff who got there first?
No, it was not Huff. I'm waiting to see him turn when I see his number.
Okay.
I can tell him the hoof it's not Huff. That was number 14, Jet Bradshaw. Starting tonight at linebacker, outside linebacker for the Blazers, and a big hit to force a punting situation. 3 and out for Southside on their first series of downs.
Thunder will be standing back at about the 20-yard line. It's T.J. Stark set up for the Valley View return, standing on the left hash at the 35-yard line. Here comes the rush. They get the kick away. It's a low kick.
It's a bouncer.
Yep. Starks will get away from it, and Southside will down it at about the 22-yard line. So a good punt for Southside, and Valley View will take over after forcing the turnover on downs, or forcing the punt, rather, and the Blazers will start.
Randy, not a pretty punt, but very effective.
Yeah, it had a good life after it landed, didn't it?
Sure did. Rolled down to the 22-yard line, so Valley View will take up shop there. 1st and 10, Blazers on their first offensive possession.
9:54 to play first period. Valley View getting their hands on the ball now for the first time. Sterling sends 3 receivers clustered close to the line of scrimmage to the right. Actually, one off to the left, man in motion to the near side. And they'll give it off to Gavin Tice, I believe, on the jet sweep.
That's actually a forward pass. Excuse me, Randy. Jet sweep in action, but actually the ball went forward a little bit out of his hands, so technically that's a pass.
Statistically, it's a pass. So he advances it up to about the 26-yard line on a pickup of 4.
Randy, I'm sorry I've interrupted you twice already. I'm excited about tonight's game.
2 receivers left and right. Turley out of the gun. Feliz on his hip. Feliz gets it, and he gets hammered at the line of scrimmage and thrown back. May have lost a yard there. We'll see where they spot the ball.
Big hit that time by junior Peyton Barnes, coming up from his linebacker position, stopped. Feliz for no gain, maybe even lost on the play.
Lost about a yard, I think. Spotted at the 25. It'll be 3rd and 7 for the View. 2 receivers off, actually 3 receivers to the right. Now Andrew Jones will check in late and line up as a split receiver on the far side.
Rotating in coverage, disguised coverage. It looks like they'll be in a 2-deep zone when the ball's snapped.
Turley takes the snap, looking to throw. He's got time, fires across the middle, finds Dartman, first down Blazers at the 40-yard line.
Perfect throw, perfect catch, and a big first down for Drew Gartman there for the Blazers. Boy, that ball was well thrown, Randy.
Sure was. So the Blazers move the chains for their first down of the night, and they'll have it at the 40-yard line. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Empty backfield for Carson Turley. He'll throw it out left side for Tice on the screen pass, and Tice struggles to get back to the line of scrimmage, and we'll see where they spot the ball. Looks like it's going to be a loss of about a yard. Good lateral pursuit and coverage on the edge by the Southerners.
Brady Simpson on the tackle there. He fought through a block. Did a good job to bring down loss on the play. Tice on the reception for the Blazers.
So it's 2nd and 11 for Valley View from the Blazer 39. 7:57 to play in the first period. 2 wides to the left, 3 to the right. Empty backfield for Turley. Turley out of the gun, takes the snap, looking down the far sideline, fires. I believe that's incomplete. And
no, he said he caught it.
Oh, they did, okay. Was that Jones on the catch?
I didn't see who caught it, but I saw the far line judge signal catch immediately after.
Jones or Starks, I'm not sure, but
I think it was Jones.
It is a completed pass up to the 46-yard line, so it's now third at about 4.5 here for Valley View.
Still a big third down to get the ball right at midfield. That's where Valley View needs to.
Now we have a stop and play.
Got an equipment violation on one of the wideouts.
Yep, that's Andrew Jones, who apparently is going to have to
take something off.
Yep,
flings it to the
whatever
sideline.
it was didn't meet with that official's approval, so he got rid of it, threw it to the sideline. We'll play on. Jones and Stark split to the near side, two receivers to the left. And they hand off to Feliz, who's got the first down as he powers his way behind a great block by the offensive line. Found a hole to jump through and moves it across midfield into Southern territory.
Well, I don't know if it was by design, but Marty Riley, the play caller for the Blazers, caught Southside in a blitz. Feliz ran right by the blitzing linebackers and a big first down in Southside territory.
So it's a fresh set of downs from the Southerner 44 as Turley sends three wides right, one to the left. Feliz, the running back, on his right hip. Out of the gun. He's back to throw. Sets up, fires. That ball is incomplete. The intended target, who I believe was Andrew Jones. Nope. It was not Jones. It was Jackson Gordy. Well, I'm not sure who that was.
Whoever it was, the ball was not very well thrown by Turley, so no chance.
So he kept it 20-yard line.
Zone read by Carson Turley. He pulls it, finds a gap at daylight, and he knows what to do with the football in open field.
Well, and he sold that play at that handoff very well.
He did. It was a good ride on the running back, but a better keep by Carson Turley and a big first down in the red zone.
Ball spotted just inside the 20. Give it off left side to Feliz. Feliz gets a good surge from the O-line and carries it down to about the 15, maybe the 14-yard line over the left side.
You called it, Reddy. Kudos to the offensive line. A great job up front by the big uglies of the Blazers.
Ball will be spotted right at the 15, it looks like. It is 2nd and 5 from there for the View. One receiver split to the right. Turley keeps it after faking the handoff, runs the left side, angles for the sideline, and gets run out of bounds. Looks like he's down. We'll see where they spot the ball. Looks like he's inside the 10.
Randy, actually, the far linebacker blitz was right in Turley's hip pocket. But Turley showed you what he could do offensively. He broke that tackle, and now it's the big set, big nasty set coming on for the Blazers.
Blazers will send the jumbo package in. Ball spotted. Is that the 10-yard line, Steve?
Yes, sir.
So right at the 10 on the left hash. So it's 1st and goal from the 10 for Valley View with 5:43 remaining here in the first period. Blazers going jumbo. Zane Guthrie is in as the power running back. Turley slides under center. He'll give it off to Guthrie. Guthrie running right, gets gobbled up near the line of scrimmage and maybe found a yard if he gets a fortuitous spot.
Good call, Randy. Gobbled up his right. A great job by the defensive front. A lot of people over there for Valley View, but Southside does a good job to stop that first down run. Short gain.
Gain of 1 sets up 2nd and goal from the 9. A little over 5 minutes remaining here in what so far has been a fast-moving first period. Guthrie remains in as the running back as they stay jumbo. Turley under center. Give it off to Guthrie, and Guthrie trying the middle. And it gets met and tossed back. Forward progress, maybe a yard. We'll see where they spot the ball.
Little misdirection in the backfield that time. The ball went away from the power set. I did not fool Southside. It'll be 3rd and long from the 7-yard line.
Looks like they give him maybe 2, so spot the ball about the 7, 3rd and goal from there. This time they'll go back to the traditional spread look with 2 receivers to the left and right lined up closer to the line of scrimmage. Feliz motions. Turley's going to keep it. Running left. Tries to reverse field and just not much there. Well played by the Southside defense.
Great job running to the football by the Southerner defense. So we'll see Brody Deeks come on the field to try to put 3 points on the board. A good initial possession for Valley View, but I'm sure Sean Cockrell hates to settle for a field goal, but will take points any way he can get them.
This will be Brody's first field goal attempt of the season.
Got an official timeout.
This will be about a 24-yard attempt out of the hold of Caden Trevathan.
Right at 25, I believe, Randy.
Okay. Talon Cobble will provide the deep snap. Here's the snap, the place. Kick is in the air, and it is good. So the Blazers are on the board off the 25-yard field goal from Brody Dix. They lead it 3-0 with 3:49 to play in the opening frame. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the EAB Sports Network.
I can't get my homework to upload.
Dad, my video game is froze again.
Babe, is our internet down again? I'm missing the big game.
Honey, I'm trying to make this online payment, but it just keeps buffering.
Get your life up to speed with high-speed internet from Empower Broadband. Empower's reliable service brings high-speed internet to even the most remote areas of Northeast Arkansas. With Empower Broadband, you can stream your favorite movies, video chat with loved ones, work from home without interruptions, and so much more. Empower Broadband. Life up to speed. For more info, visit empowerbroadband.com.
Valley View's on the board after a 25-yard field goal from Brody Dix. That drive covered 12 plays. And 71 yards unofficially.
Great job, and exactly what Sean Cockrell drew up. A 3-and-out force defensively for the Blazers, and they take the opening possession. Get a nice drive. It stalls in the red zone, but a great job by Brody Dix to put the Blazers ahead here early in the contest. 3:49 on the first quarter clock.
So apparently there was a penalty, a dead ball penalty there, because Valley View's going to be kicking off from the Southside 45.
I never saw a flag, never saw a penalty, but I'll take it if I'm a Blazer.
Yep. So
Diggs will be able to put the ball in the end zone, or should put the ball in the end zone.
Should be an easy touchback, because he's been doing that sometimes, even kicking from regular distance. And this will go out of the back of the end zone for no return. And Dix gets the touchback. Southside will start from the 20 with 3:49 remaining in the opening frame.
Such a good job on the initial Southside possession by the Blazers defensively. Gunnar Wilbanks, the defensive coordinator, drew it up perfectly. 3-and-out force. See what they can do here on the second offensive possession by the Southerners. Randy, they have so many offensive weapons.
Yes, they do. I mean, it's a four-headed monster in that backfield. And they've got a big tight end in Jalen Jennings, and he certainly stands out at 6'6" tall. Right now, Hall's alone in the backfield. He'll throw it out right side. The ball is dropped. They're going to rule it an incomplete pass, and it'll be second down.
Randy, you and I have talked an awful lot off air about Hall's throwing motion. He kind of shortstop sidearm or second baseman sidearm.
Yeah, he's got an interesting style on how he throws the ball.
Very effective, but it is unorthodox, to say the least.
Yeah, very much so. He's quite an athlete. He showed us that last year. Last year when they played Valley View, it was his first start because the starting quarterback had been hurt in the previous game. He'll take the snap, again, running right, and has some room as he crosses the 25 and up close to the first down marker. He may have it. We'll see where they spot it. Looks like it's going to be about 2 yards shy, it looks like.
Yes, sir. Talking about Hall's athleticism, he was the state high jump champion last year at 6'6", a tremendous all-around athlete and a pretty good quarterback.
So it's 3rd and 2 for the Southerners. They'll try a running play that gets met and stopped, stonewalled at the line of scrimmage. Looks like no gain. We'll see where they spot the ball, but from here it appears to be no gain.
Great job up front by the Blazer defense. Witt on the carry, but no gain. Maybe even a short loss on the play. It'll bring up 4th down.
4th and 2. And
very interesting call here.
So we'll see if Southside.
They're going to punt the football.
They're showing punt anyway.
Valley View's still in their standard defense, so they don't even have a player deep. They expect a faker.
Braden Simpson, who I believe is the coach's son, is their punter.
Also an outside linebacker.
Gets the kick away.
Another low snap.
No return for Valley View as the Blazers did not send anybody back that time, and they will down it at the 30-yard line. The Blazers will get the ball back after forcing the second straight 3-and-out by the Southerners.
Another great job by Gunnar Wilbanks and the Blazer defense. See what they can do here on their second offensive possession.
They'll get it back with 2:25 to play in the opening period. Ball will be placed at the left hash on the 30-yard line. So Turley and company onto the field with Zachy Irvin and Drew Gartman split wide right. Looks like TJ Starks off to the left. Anthony Feliz is the running back on Turley's right hip out of the shotgun formation. And the give is to Feliz. Feliz powers his way forward behind the O-line for one, maybe two, depending on the spot. Looks to be about a 2-yard gain from here.
Exactly a 2-yard gain. Feliz with 2 hard-fought yards up the middle, but second down and 8 for the Blazers. Look forward, from what Coach Hocko said in his pregame show, maybe some play-action passing.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Valley View as Turley looks to the sideline for instruction. Slides under center, possibly changing the play. Now he's back into the gun. And he'll throw it out right side for Gavin Tice. Tice slips the tackle, but not able to avoid the second wave, and they'll catch him right there close to the line of scrimmage.
Play was set up pretty well. Drew Gartman just a little bit late getting that initial block on the wide out there on the cornerback for the Blazers. Cornerback playing for the Southerners, but very short, if any at all, gain. Third down long, like you said, Randy.
No gain, 3rd and 8 for the View with a minute 17 to play in the first period. TJ Starks is split wide to the left, Gartman wide to the near side. 2 H-backs to the right. Southside showing blitz, and I believe they came into the neutral zone.
Yes, sir, that is.
So
linebacker number 30, Andrew Plummer, one of the leading tacklers for the Southerners. Got a little bit anxious there on 3rd and long, and now it's a third, more manageable 3rd down and 3.
Much more manageable. Yeah, I think Turley got him to jump on the hard snap count possibly, and he'll send Starks wide left now on 3rd and 3 from the 37. And we have a flag before the ball is snapped.
Somebody's going.
Line judge goes back to confer with the.
I think we got a little bit of movement on the offensive line.
And so the Southside will get the 5 yards right back after the false start penalty and moves it back to the 32, and now it's 3rd and 8 again. Inside a minute to play in the opening period. Three wides to the right, 1 to the near side. It's Gartman, lonesome right. Turley back to throw, sets up, looking for Gartman. Catch made in traffic. He has the first down at the 46-yard line.
Well, that time Turley able to thread the needle. Gartman does a good job. He was well covered. Randy, but hauled in the pass, and first down and 10 for the Blazers, so they're able to overcome the illegal motion penalty.
Ball spotted just shy of the 48. Fresh set of downs for the View with 2 receivers to the left, 3 to the right. Turley alone in the backfield. 12 seconds left in the period. Tice motions left. He'll get it on the jet sweep. Running left, turns the corner, batters his way forward. He's across the 50 into Southside territory up to about the Southerner 47. And that was most likely the last play of the first period, and it was, as the horn sounds to end one period of work here at Stewart Field at Southerner Stadium. With 1 in the books, Valley View leads at 3-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the EAB Sports Network.
High school athletics is brought to you by Gateway Tire and Service Center and Toyo Tires. Where there's always one thing you can count on, we go the distance for you. Before you hit the road for a trip across country or across town, drop by Gateway Tire and Service Center and check out the great deals on Toyo Tires. Whether it's tires or auto repair, you can always count on one thing. At Gateway Tire and Toyo Tires, we go the distance for you. At Gateway Tire in Jonesboro, we go the distance for you.
1 quarter of the books, set to begin period number 2. Valley View with the football will be facing a 2nd and 5 here to start the second period with the ball spotted at the Southside 47-yard line.
Randy, first quarter all Valley View, but all they have to show for it is a 3-point lead.
Yep.
Southside 3 and out on their only 2 offensive possessions.
That first period moved quickly, didn't it?
It sure did.
TJ Starks is split wide to the near side for the Blazers. I believe that's Gartman off lonesome right.
Valley View with only their 2nd offensive possession here have been having a pretty good drive going. Good first down play, leaves them ahead of the sticks. It's second down just short of 5 yards for the Blazer offense.
Feliz is the running back on Turley's left hip. And I believe, I thought we were finally get set to start the second period, but apparently not.
There they go. The referee blew it. Southside starts out in that 2-deep zone. See if Turley can take advantage of that, maybe throw something underneath.
Turley on the RPO throws it downfield. That is incomplete.
A lot of contact.
And there's a flag, and that is most likely going to be a pass interference penalty against the Southerners. Yep.
A lot of contact.
I think that was Gartman, who's definitely his route was impeded there.
By 2 Southerners. There's actually a third back there in triple coverage, but 2 D-backs made contact, so it will be a pass interference against Southside.
Step off is underway.
Kind of a hitch and go route. You saw Turley with the pump fake, and then Garvin tried to get down the seam, but the Southern D-backs just simply wouldn't let him. They pretty much tackled him when the ball was in the air.
So the ball will be spotted at the 32-yard line.
Be first and 10, Valley View.
11:46 remaining in the first half. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. That's Gartman on the near side. The handoff is to Feliz, and Feliz breaks to the outside, trying to get to the corner and run out of bounds after he's able to pick up 3 or 4 yards. We'll see where they spot him out at.
Well, Feliz does a good job to make something out of nothing. He was met at the line of scrimmage. There is a penalty marker right at the line of scrimmage, Randy.
So that may be coming back the way it looks.
Thrown by the umpire. So it will be a hold against the Blazers. Spot foul will put the ball back to the 38-yard line.
So that will make it first and about 15. 11:39 remaining in the first half. Ball on the left hash as the Blazers move toward the south end zone from right to left. Feliz is on Turley's left hip. Got 2 receivers to the right. Starks will motion near side. He'll get it on the jet sweep to the short side and had a little room to work with there before he got forced out of bounds. We'll see what kind of positive gain they give him depending on where he stepped out of bounds.
They're marking for about 3-yard gain, so Southside does a good job to stretch it out. Is there another flag on the field, Randy?
There may be. I didn't see it, but it's looking like
it's
going to be a step
thrown
off.
right at the 30-yard line. Another hold.
So the penalty bug biting the Blazers here on this drive early in the second period.
Well, they were able to overcome a penalty on their touchdown, on their field goal drive, but continue to back up here on this series of downs, and it's now first down and half a country mile for the Blazers.
Yeah, first and about 25. Ball will be at the Southerner 48. 2 receivers right, Starks to the left. Turley out of the gun with Feliz on his hip. He'll keep it, runs across the middle, darts through a hole and jumps forward to about the 42-yard line, it appears.
Little zone read. Turley does a good job to pick up positive yardage, but still a long way to go after the penalties. It's second down and 19.
It's actually going to be at the 39, and it'll be second and long once again. Feliz motions right. Turley shows it to him, keeps it, runs across the middle, and it gets it down to about the 35-yard line, so a pickup of about 4 there for CT, and it'll bring up third and about 13 for the Blazers. 10:54 to play in the half.
In 4-down territory here, Sean Cockrell looking to get at least a positive play, maybe half of the needed 13 yards for a first down.
Turley to throw, sets up, looking for Starks, and he couldn't hang on to the ball. Good coverage there in the secondary by the Southerners.
Well, they're in that 2-deep zone, and that time Starks tried to split the safeties, but they do a good job of converging on the football. Turley laid it up. Starks had his hands on the ball, but unable to come down with it.
So that'll bring up 4th and 13.
Looks like they'll go for it here on 4th and long.
Ball is at the Southerner 35. 3 wides to the left, 2 to the right. Empty backfield for Carson Turley.
Why not go for it? You've been good defensively, and so.
Feliz motions right. Turley to throw. Steps up in the pocket. Fires for the right sideline. That'll be incomplete. And Southside will get the takeover on downs.
Boy, it's so much easier from up here in the press box, Randy. But that play, Doug, happens if Turley underthrows that football because it would probably resulted in a pass interference. But like I said, it's so much easier up here in the press box. But Turley able to avoid a tackler, throw the ball up, a jump ball situation for his receiver, but turns the ball over on down, so does Valley View.
Southside will get it back at their own 35. We had 10:32 to play in the half. Blazers lead 3-0. Got a 25-yard field goal midway through the first period from Brody Dix.
Been all Blazers, but like I said, they only have 3-point lead right now to show for it.
Hall rolling left, slings it out, looking for the deep ball and overthrows his intended target. That'll be a 2nd and long situation now after the incompletion.
Boy, Hall shoots from the hip, doesn't he?
Yeah, he definitely does, man. He's like a old school gunslinger.
Well, he slings it, there's no doubt. Throws a good ball, but it's just
a really weird style.
Yes.
Very unorthodox, as you said. 2nd and 10 for the Southerners from the 35. 10:25 to play in the half. They've got one receiver to the near side, one to the left, and
got another equipment violation. The referee doesn't like the way.
So they'll send Seth Case back to the sideline. He'll be replaced by Caden Rowlett.
Case played running back for him last year before Whip moved over, so obviously they want Seth Case on the football field.
Looks like Valley View jumps off sides into the neutral zone, so the encroachment penalty will give Southside a free 5 yards after Dedrick Bourne's got a little bit twitchy.
I appreciate the aggressiveness, but you got to play within the confines of the rules, Randy.
Brings up 2nd and 5 from the 40 now for the Southerners. Two receivers to the left. Savion Hall takes it, runs left, now tries to dart back up inside. There's nothing there but a stone wall of white Valley View jerseys. He'll lose one, maybe two.
Well, it was a great job. Didn't get credit for the tackle, but turning him inside was Jade Taylor. And there were a lot of would-be tacklers on the inside, so Taylor does a good job to force the Hall back inside where there was a lot of Blazer help.
Brings up 3rd and about 6.5 here for Southside. From their own 39. Three receivers to the left. Hall rolls left, got time. Now here comes pressure. Fires it downfield, and
he caught it, but I think he's out of bounds.
See if they're going to rule that a catch or not.
He's incomplete.
Okay, so it's an incomplete pass, and it'll bring up a 4th down once again for the Southerners. 9:39 remaining in the half.
So Southside yet to get a first down, correct, Randy?
I believe you are correct, yep.
The line for punting formation, but once again, Valley View with nobody deep, so Valley View in a safety look defensively against the punt.
Braden Simpson on to punt, standing at his own 25. No rush. He'll kick it high.
A little more airtime on this punt, and the bump
takes a Blazer bounce, and they'll down it at about the 34, the 35-yard line.
Actually, the shortest, the best punt of the three by Southside, but the least effect as it bounced backwards.
So Valley View will start from its own 35.
Blazers have turned up the yardage offensively. Lost on a series of downs. Their last possession couldn't overcome 3 penalties, Randy.
Two receivers left and right. Turley in the backfield with Anthony Feliz on his right hip out of the shotgun. Turley keeps it, spins out of a tackle, dives forward for 2 or 3, and advances the ball up to about the 38 or the 39-yard line.
Turley's so athletic. There were blitzing linebackers coming from the near side. Turley able to avoid with a would-be tackler and still able to pick up 4 yards to stay ahead of the sticks on 2nd down and 6.
From the 39. Starks to the near side, receivers to the right. This is a running play with Feliz. He'll cross the 40 and push it up to about the 41-yard line before he stopped.
Straight handoff. Not a read by Turley.
It's going to bring up 3rd and just over 3 here for Valley View with 8:43 to play in the half. Blazers lead 3-0. The ball at the Blazer 42. 2 receivers left and right. Turley looking to throw. That is caught off the deflection by Starks. He's got the first down, still proving tough to tackle, and goes down inside Southerner territory. And what stick-to-itiveness, if you will, by T.J. Starks.
Well, probably not a very good decision to throw the ball in the flats by Turley. I thought it had pick 6 written all over it. The D-back unable to come away with the ball, was able to tip it. Starks does a phenomenal job to keep his eyes on it.
Yeah, he kind of bailed Carson out a little bit there. But a great play by Starks. Handoff to Feliz. Feliz runs over the left side and picks up a couple before he stopped.
Saw Turley kind of bootleg out after the handoff. He may be setting up something in the very near future for the Blazers.
Got 3 yards. That's up a 2nd and 7 for the Blazers.
Ooh, my heart's still beating. I thought that was pick 6 written all over it, but Starks does a great job to pick up a new, set it down for the Blazers.
Ball at the Southside 43. Turley looking to throw a pump fake. He's got Starks wide open. Catch made. Will he go? He's at the 5. Touchdown, Valley View. The Blazers get their first touchdown of the night, and it's 9-0. Extra point pending as Turley and Starks hook up.
Great job by Turley. Starks actually went about 5 yards, Randy. Had a little hesitation move, but while he was hesitating, Turley pumps it to him. The D-back did. Starks got behind him, and the rest is pay dirt.
So Brody Dix on to attempt the extra point kick with 7:24 to play in the first half. Out of the hold of sophomore Caden Trevathan.
Great play call, but a great job of running route by Starks.
Kick is in the air, and it's good. Valley View leads it 10-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the EAB Sports Network.
Here with Baird Auto Group, there's nothing that brings our communities together like high school sports. No matter what the scoreboard says, it's a winning feeling just to be a part of it. At Baird, we want you to have the feeling anytime you come into one of our dealerships. Good credit, bad credit, no problem. Don't buy anywhere else until you shop at Baird location near you. Don't get a bad deal, get a Baird deal. Because why pay more?
Saving service, great selection too. Baird does it all for you.
The Blazers going 65 yards in 5 plays unofficially for their first touchdown of the night as Carson Turley and T.J. Starks hook up on a 42-yard scoring strike. The Brody Dix extra point making your score 10-0 in favor of the Blazers.
Well, like I said, Randy, it's been all Valley View everywhere except the scoreboard. Now they've added a touchdown, so they enjoy a 10-point lead at 7:24 in the first half.
And you got to feel good about that, Steve, but then you think back to last week and remember that the Southside team on the road got down 10-0 at Nettleton and still dominated the game.
They have so many weapons offensively. Xavier Hall can score on any particular play. Good
Dix's kickoff taken at the 5-yard line by Case, and Case gets caught right about the 20-yard line. It'll be a first down from there for the Southerners.
But Hall can score on any play. He's that type of athlete. Back to your point, Brody. Dix with a good kickoff. Good job by the coverage team, and Southside will start their possession at the 20-yard line. Once again, Randy, this Blazer defense playing very tough so far tonight.
Southside makes their way onto the field with what will be their
fourth possession.
Fourth possession of the evening. 2 receivers off to the left for the Southerners. Savion Hall out of the gun, keeps it. Runs left, finds some room. Now he breaks to the outside and gets the far sideline. He should have enough to move the chains, I believe. We'll see where they spot him out of bounds.
Now he's going to be a little bit short of the first down, but he shows you so much potential. Does such a good job in the open field, does Hall.
It's going to be about a 8-yard run. Somehow he seemed to make that look like about a 15-yard run.
Well, he ran a long way for that 8 yards. He ran almost all the way to the far sideline.
Ball is just shy of the 28 on the far hash. One receiver wide to each side. And this will be a handoff to the inside that nets a couple of yards, mostly just off a second effort by the running back.
That's weird on the carry. Another good job of turning inside by cornerback Jay Taylor.
And it's
for the Blazers.
3rd and 1 for Southside from the 28-yard line, or 29 rather.
Watch the snap count and play good, tough defense here, Blazers. I'm a homer, Raymond. I'm sorry, I'm a homer.
All right, Hall out of the gun. He's going to keep it. Runs left and appears to have the first down as he dives forward to about the 35-yard line. So that'll move the chains.
He'll have it.
Is that their first down? I think it is, isn't it?
First down of the ball game for Southside.
So they'll spot it at the 34 on the left hash.
That's good for the Blazer defense at 6.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Southside able to pick up their first down of the night.
One receiver wide to the near side for the Southerners. 2 to the left. Hall alone in the backfield. Going to throw it out near side. Gets it to Witt. Witt trying to make a play in space. Not able to get much. Maybe a yard or two at best. Well defended out on the corner by the Blazer defense.
It's Waylon Ramsey with a good job open field tackle. One-on-one out there, but Ramsey does a great job.
No gain after the spot. It'll remain 2nd and 10 for the Southerners.
Big time play in the open field.
Blazers leading 10-0. 5:38 to play in the half.
Ramsey, the interception leader for the Blazer defense, but showing a little bit of tackle ability with my last play.
3 receivers clustered off to the left. No one to the right. Hall alone in the backfield. He's going to keep it. Running left. And gets the sideline, has the first down, knocked out of bounds at about the 45 or the 46-yard line.
He'll be out of the 46, so the best possession so far by the Southside. They're yet to get to midfield, but they're able to pick up a couple first downs on this offensive possession.
Going tempos. They'll snap it quick, hand it off to the running back over the right side, and net after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
That's Witt on the carry. Rutledge stuck him initially, but a bunch of Blazers in on the tackle.
Sets up a 2nd and 8 for the Southerners from their own 48. 4:58 to play in the half. Blazers lead 10-0. 2 receivers to the left. Double handoff on the inside, and that'll cross midfield and get to about the 49 before the Blazers shut it down.
Great job, Dax Webb on the stop there for the Blazers.
Ball will be spotted at the 49 of Valley View. It sets up 3rd and about 5.5 here for Southside. They'll send 3 receivers clustered off to the right.
First time Southside's had the ball on the positive side of the field tonight, Randy.
Hall in an empty backfield. He's going to keep it. Runs right, darts it back up inside, and then runs into a stone wall.
It'll be 4th down.
It'll bring up 4th down and about 4 here for the Southerners with 4:04 remaining.
3rd and 3, no doubt in my mind, the Southside will go for it here on the positive side of the field.
4th and about 2.5 needed for the Southerners. They'll send 1 receiver off to the right.
Mass substitution.
And we've got whistles and flags just as the ball is
only
snapped.
5 yards against, no timeout, but Valley View.
Okay. So the Blazers get a timeout right before the ball was snapped.
Huff, Brian Huff was on the sideline. He's begging the coaching staff to go back in the game here on 4th down and 3.
Let's just hold it here because I have a feeling this might be a short timeout, so I don't want to miss anything. 3:48 remaining in the half. Valley View leading 10-0. Southside will have the ball facing 4th and just over 2 yards at the Valley View 46-yard line.
Good-looking dude just came up to your left there, Randy.
Yeah, he's going to be our halftime guest tonight in our
Lane Campbell, basketball coach at Valley View.
Kavanaugh Auto Group halftime report. So we'll visit with Lane and get a little preview on Blazer hoops, which ain't that far away.
No, sir. It'll be here before we know it, as I'm sure Lane Campbell will attest to.
I'm sure he will. So we're just about set to resume action after the Valley View defensive timeout. Again, Southside will have it facing 4th and 2 from the Valley View 46. So a big play coming up here.
For the record, Brian Huff back in the game for the Blazers here defensively. Lined up an inside linebacker.
Quarterback takes it, rolls right, and I think that's a direct snap to Witt. He's got the first down. Now he breaks out of a tackle, and he may score as he's at the 10, 5, and he's into the end zone.
Well, you're absolutely right, Randy. It was a Wildcat set. Direct snap to Witt. He's able to break a couple tackles that would have been short of the first down and gets down to the near sideline for a big Southside score. And like I said, it kind of scares me. Valley View has dominated this football game, but right now with fireworks going off, they only have a 4-point lead, extra point pending.
So we await the extra point kick for Southside that can pull them back to within 3. Kick is in the air, and it is right down the middle. So with 3:37 to play, the Southerners are now on the board. Valley View leads it 10-7 late in the first half. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the EAB Sports Network.
Trailer you need? Silverline Trailers, the largest trailer retailer in the USA, has the perfect solution for you. Guaranteed approval. No credit check required. Get the quality trailer you need at a price you can afford. With over 3,500 trailers available and more coming in daily, we'll find the perfect trailer for you. And at Silverline, we're always looking to hire good people. Visit our website, silverlinetrailer.com, for a location near you. You can stop by our Jonesboro location today at 3711 Stadium Boulevard or call 870-203-0000. Silverline Trailers, your trusted trailer retailer.
Sir.
3 minutes, 37 seconds remaining here at Stewart Field and Southerner Stadium. Southside putting together an impressive 10-play, 80-yard scoring drive for their first points of the evening. They've cut it to a 3-point game. It's 10-7 as Gabe Witt lined up as a Wildcat quarterback, took the direct snap, and broke out of a couple of tackles, scored on a 46-yard run for the Southerners.
Plenty of time left here for Valley View to score. They burned the timeout. They only have two timeouts remaining, but 3:37 is an eternity in today's high school football.
So Southside set to kick it off from their 40. They will kick it deep, and that's going to go out of bounds, I believe. So Valley View will have the option of getting it at the 35 or making a re-kick, and I bet the Blazers will take it at the 35.
You're exactly right. They'll start this drive at 35. No time went off the clock, so a great way to start an offensive possession with good starting field position.
So the Blazers will get it at the 35 with just over 3.5 minutes remaining, 3:37 to be exact.
Valley View so well coached. Marty Raleigh, the offensive coordinator, they definitely have a 2-minute offense in their hip pocket.
Yep.
So see what Valley View can do here. Once again, 3:37 left on.
One receiver wide to each side. Feliz gets the handoff and finds his way forward for a couple of yards before he succumbs to the numbers. Looks like they're going to spot him for about a 1-yard gain.
Very conservative play call there. Clock will be right at 3 minutes when the ball is snapped.
Gartman and Tice line up split to the near side. 2 receivers off to the right. Turley out of the gun.
Blitz.
Looking to throw. Throws it out left side for Tice. Tice juggles it, hangs on to it, and advances it up to about the 40-yard line as he was hit as soon as he caught the ball. And probably fortunate to hang on to the ball there.
It really was a nice job to hang on to the ball. The play requires perfect execution, and that time the ball bobbled just a little bit, but it wasn't enough to allow the D-back to make a tackle after a short gain. Excuse me, Randy.
3rd and 5. 2 receivers left and right. 2:36 to play in the half. Feliz is the running back on Turley's right hip. Turley looking to throw. Sets up. Fires. That ball is tipped and incomplete.
Ooh.
Again, close to being picked.
Very ill-advised pass out there as Lewis Calhoun makes a great break on the ball from his D-back position. And I thought I saw another pick 6 in the works right there, but the pass does fall incomplete.
So it brings up a 4th and 5 for the Blazers. They're show and go with 2 receivers split wide right, 1 to the near side. We'll see if Turley quick kicks it. And he will.
Good punt.
Nobody back to return. That'll take a good bounce and roll for the Blazers. And all the way down inside the 10, stopped at about the 9-yard line before the Blazers pick it up. So Southside will have about 91 yards of real estate to cover, 2:13 to work with.
Very effective quick kick that time by Turley. No doubt in our minds what was going to happen, but Southside putting nobody back. Turley with a nice punt. So like you said, Randy, Southside with 91 yards and 2:13 to do it.
So we'll see what kind of 2-minute offense the Southerners have here.
They do have all 3 timeouts left in their possession.
And that is an important stat. Again, 2:13 remaining. Valley View up 10-7 here late in the first half. 2 receivers off to the left for the Southerners. Hall back in at quarterback. He'll take it, running left, trying to get to the outside, and turns the corner for 2, maybe 3, before he gets run down by a host of Blazers.
Randy, I saw Southside against Pocahontas earlier this year, and in the first half so far, they have not shown a vertical passing game, which is needed here when the clock runs under 2 minutes in the first half.
Got a better spot there than I thought. Spot the ball about the 14-yard line. It's 2nd and 5 for the Southerners.
Ran on 45 seconds off the clock, though.
Minute 38 left in the half. 1 receiver to the near side. Handoff as they go power side left and advance it for about 3 yards, it appears.
Be short of the first down, so the clock will continue to run unless Southside chooses to take a timeout, which it looks like they're not going to.
Ball is at the 17-yard line on a 3rd and 1 for the Southerners.
Well, like I said, Keith Simpson knows what's going on.
Is this Hall out here on the right as a receiver now?
It is, so then Wildcat.
Yep.
Witt in the backfield.
Witt will line up as the Wildcat quarterback. And he has the first down, I believe, with less than a minute to play as he runs it to the right side.
Good call there, Coach Myers. I didn't see Hall split out a wide receiver. They will take a timeout, Southside.
So they'll stop the clock with 56 seconds left to play in the half. A break in the action. Valley View leads 10-7. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the EAB Sports Network.
This is Bob Moore with Moore Air Conditioning. Is your HVAC system ready for fall and winter? Find out today with the Moore Super Checkup. Prevent unexpected breakdowns while extending the life of your system. Whether you need a heating or cooling inspection, we cover it all for just $55 for 55 years serving you. Call Moore Air Conditioning today, 870-336-2023, or visit us at moreac.com. Don't settle for less.
You deserve more. Don't settle for less.
Timeout on the field here in the final minute of the first half. Southside trailing Valley View 10-7. Southside will have a first down from their own 21-yard line after the timeout. They'll send 2 receivers to the left. Brody Simpson off to the right. Actually, he'll line up as an H-back now. Now he'll drift in motion to the left. And Hall is back to throw. Slings it out. Fires it complete, I believe, to Simpson. Simpson slipped. Looked like a knee went down, I believe. And
you're exactly right. I had a screen set up that time with a couple blockers. But Witt lost his footing a little bit, and his knee scraped the ground, and he tried to make a cut.
So it's 2nd and 7 for the Southerners with 35 seconds left. Here's Hall back to throw. Drops deep back, rolls left, slings it forward. That'll fall incomplete. And when I say sling it,
it's Ken Jacoby.
Also got flags down on the field.
He's a sidearm pitcher. There's no doubt about that. Be a hold, I bet, as Hall got out to the side.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Outside. No, they're waving it off. Wow.
So it'll bring up 3rd and 7 for the Southerners with 28 seconds remaining.
You're right, Randy. When Hall threw that ball, it never got above his waist.
Ball spotted just shy of the 25-yard line.
I bet Kenny Simpson's pretty happy to go in the halftime locker room down only 3. Once again, been pretty much domination by Valley View, just everywhere but the scoreboard.
1 receiver to each side. Inside handoff, and they've got a first down out near the 40-yard line as that ball went to, well, I believe it was Simpson who ended up with it. on a little sleight of hand there, and they'll have it spotted at the 39. 22 seconds remaining in the half.
Another timeout taken by Southside. Their second, they'll have one remaining after this breakage in play.
We'll hold it here.
Well, like I said, Kenny Simpson, very content, I would think, Randy, to go in the halftime only down 3. Because it's been pretty much
I agree with you. I agree with you to a point, but I think
he'll try to score.
Yeah, I think they're going to take at least one shot here at the end zone. 22 seconds left. We'll
Maybe
see.
A conservative play call here, pending the outcome of this first play, whether or not they take a shot at the end zone if they're able to get the ball on the positive side of the field.
If they could score here, it would obviously be a huge momentum shift right before halftime.
To take in a lead after getting dominated the first half by this Blazers defense.
So they've got Witt split wide to the near side. 2 receivers off to the left. Hall back to throw. Got some time. Steps up. Fires downfield. He's got the deep ball. It's caught, and he dropped it. Boy, you talk about dodging a bullet. The Blazers dodged a massive bullet right there.
Oh, no doubt.
That had 6 written all over it.
Lord Cullen back on coverage. Wasn't in bad shape, but simply misplayed the ball, which hit the intended receiver right in stride. But like you said, a big, big break for the Blazers.
Southside facing 2nd and 10 with 15 seconds left from their own 39.
I guarantee you Sean Cockrell telling every safety, every D-back not to let anybody behind them right now.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Hall alone in the backfield. On 2nd down, he'll roll left, sets up, slings it downfield. Catch made in traffic. And they've got a first down inside Valley View territory at the 39-yard line. After that big catch made by Trey Allen.
Well, it'll give Southside an opportunity to throw the ball in the end zone here from 40 yards out.
Got 6 seconds left to work with. So this will most likely be the last play, and we've got a timeout on the field here late in the first half. Valley View leads at 10-7. We're back in 30 seconds on the EAB Sports Network.
You love your truck, and Plaza Tire Service is here to help you make it even better with custom wheels, leveling kits, and the area's best selection of light truck tires, ATs, mud tires, and RTs up to 35s and bigger. Plaza Tire Service has the tires you want in stock today, and we'll help you select a great combination that gets your truck exactly the way you want it. In Jonesboro and South Caraway, and now at our newest location on East Johnston Avenue. The biggest selection, the best service, and the lowest prices on light truck tires are at Plaza Tire Service.
Southside will face a 1st and 10 at the Valley View 40-yard line. They have 6 seconds left to work with. There's a timeout on the field, and we'll see what Kenny Simpson and the Southside offense dial up here to
Well, you
most
said it's
likely be the
first
last
and
play of the
10.
half.
Excuse me, Randy. You said it's 1st and 10, but that's a moot point right now. You do one play to go 40 yards. They either try to put the ball in the end zone in the air or maybe some trickery.
Hall is the quarterback, running back on his left hip, receivers to the left. And Hall rolling left once again. Here comes pressure. Now he's under pursuit. He's going to tuck and run, hits the sideline, and gets run out of bounds, and that was the last play of the half. So the Blazers able to keep him out of the end zone, and with 2 quarters in the books, Valley View has a 3-point lead at the break. It's 10-7. We'll step aside for a 2-minute timeout. Back with our Kavanaugh Auto Group halftime report after this on the EAB Sports Network.
Trust is now bringing full-service banking to Jonesboro. To celebrate, we're offering you $200 extra. Just open a new checking account with Evolve. Have at least 2 qualifying direct deposits of $500 or more within 90 days. Then we'll deposit $200 extra into your account. It's just that easy. Open a new Evolve checking account and receive an extra $200 in your account, plus free checks for a year. Restrictions apply. Visit getevolved.com/special promotion for more details, or come in and see us at 111 East Huntington Avenue, Suite A, or call us at 870-933-2480. That's 870-933-2480. Evolve Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
At
First Security. We've been investing in our home state since 1932, growing deep roots and even deeper relationships. We're part of Arkansas. It's part of us. Today, First Security puts all of that history and stability to good use for you, pouring our resources into the people and places we love best. Arkansas communities, Arkansas families, and Arkansas futures. First Security. Bank better. FSbank.com. Member FDIC.
Hello, I'm estate planning and other law attorney Chad Oldham. More and more often today, I hear clients tell me that the only thing golden about the golden years is that it takes all the gold to grow old. Don't be a victim of rising healthcare and nursing home costs. Be prepared. Have a plan. Contact us today to find out how we help our clients protect and preserve assets for family and future generations. The Oldham Law Firm, 603 Southwest Drive in Jonesboro, or visit us on the web at oldhamlawfirm.com.
You're listening to the Valley View Blazers on FM News Talk 102.1 and KBTM AM 1230 Jonesboro.
We welcome you back to Stewart Field at Southern Stadium here on the Southside campus in Independence County. After the break in this highly anticipated 5A East tilt, Valley View leads it by a field goal. It is 10-7. Our halftime presented by the Kavanaugh Auto Group. Check out Kavanaugh's entire selection of new and pre-owned inventory at KavanaughCars.com. And tune in later tonight to the Ticket Radio Network for the Friday Night Lights Scoreboard Show presented by Kavanaugh Auto Group. Well, Oswald will have a recap of everything going on across Northeast Arkansas as well as the rest of the natural state. It's 10-7 at the break. Valley View took its opening possession. The Blazers covered 71 yards in 12 plays before the drive stalled out, and the Blazers settled for a 25-yard field goal from Brody Dix for the first score of the game. Valley View up 3-0 at that point. The Blazers would take a 10-0 lead with 7:24 to play in the second quarter when Carson Turley found T.J. Starks down the left sideline. The drive covering 65 yards in 5 plays. The Brody Dix extra point kick made it 10-0. That score stood until the 3:37 mark of the second period when Gabe Whipp took a direct snap as a Wildcat quarterback and got free for a 46-yard touchdown scamper to finish off an impressive 10-play, 80-yard scoring drive by the Southerners, and that is where we stand at the break at 10-7. We will step aside here for a 3-minute timeout. Back with more of our Kavanaugh Auto Group halftime. When we come back, we'll be joined by Valley View boys head basketball coach Lane Campbell in 3 minutes on the EAB Sports Network.
Ship anything, anywhere at your #1 shipping source, Pack Mail in Jonesboro. Here's Pack Mail Tim to tell us more.
We are the experts at finding solutions for even the most demanding shipping situations, and our experienced staff can help you choose the best option. So if you need to go to the post office, then FedEx, or all the way out to UPS terminal, and then get that international shipment to DHL, you can do it all in one fast, convenient, and friendly place. Pack Mail.
361 Southwest Drive in Jonesboro. Ship anything, anywhere, today at Pack Mail.
Demo's Smokehouse Barbecue on Johnson at Hilltop and on Main Street across from Jonesboro High School. Now, I'm from Memphis and I know barbecue, but there are people from Memphis that travel to Jonesboro to sample, taste, and enjoy Demo's Barbecue. No kidding, they come from Memphis, so no need to go anywhere else. Right here, the best barbecue is at Demo's. Any of the ribs, any of the plates, you can enjoy it all at Demo's Smokehouse Barbecue. My mouth is watering.
Whether you're replacing an old appliance or remodeling your whole kitchen, the appliances you need are right around the corner with GE Appliances at Tucker's Appliance Superstore in Jonesboro. Shop timeless designs and time-saving features on the appliances that are built to last in the busiest homes. Visit Tucker's Appliance today and upgrade your home your way with GE Appliances and your local experts. Shop Tucker's Appliance today and save.
Tucker's Appliance.
Join the Squirrel Squad and join the fun. Teach your children the importance of savings by opening a youth savings account at First Community Bank. There's no minimum to open an account and no monthly service fee. Interest is paid quarterly at the current youth savings rate. Members will receive a membership kit when they sign up. Each member that saves over $100 will receive a free Squirrel Squad t-shirt. First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC. Checking accounts without activity may be charged dormant account fees. Rates subject to change.
Central Toyota has your vehicle and your back. And call Central Toyota today to schedule your service appointment. Don't put off tomorrow what can be done today. Central Toyota Service Department is even open on Saturdays. Whether you need an oil change, a tire rotation, wheel alignment, brake service, battery inspection, or engine repair, you can count on the service team at Central Toyota. Next time your vehicle needs maintenance, remember Central Toyota. Schedule your service needs today on Stadium in Jonesboro and online at centraltoyota.com.
Put your daily office routines in the hands of people you can trust. Forrest Office Machines, your authorized Sharp Document Systems dealer in Jonesboro.
This is Barry Forrest. My family's been taking care of equipment needs of businesses just like yours since 1965. I would love to work for you today.
Put your daily office routines in the hands of people you can trust. Forrest Office Machines, your authorized Sharp Document System dealer at 1005 G Street in Jonesboro, 932-7852. Call Forrest Office Machines today.
We've got one half of football in the books as we welcome you back to Southside, Southerner Stadium. Valley View with a 3-point lead at the break. It's 10-7 as we continue with our Kavanaugh Auto Report, our Kavanaugh Auto Group halftime report, and joined now by Valley View boys head basketball coach Lane Campbell. Coach, how you been, man?
Doing good. How about you?
I'm hanging in there, I guess. So you are less than a month away, I guess, from starting the season now, right?
Less than a month away. November 14th, we tip off at Riverside.
The Campbell Classic, I'm calling it unofficially.
No.
Buster against Lane, nephew against uncle.
Yeah, you can call it that, but I look at it as Blazers versus Rebels. So it'll be a fun one. He's got him a good team this year, got him a good junior group, a good solid squad, and it'll be a great first test for us going into Riverside to play them. Of course, they're already 2 games deep into the season.
Yeah, they'll probably have, 6 or 8 or 10 under their belt by the time
something like that. So, no, it'll be a fun night. It'll be a fun night.
So, how's the off-season gone for you?
Off-season's going well. We got 11 dudes in there right now. In the off-season, of course, we got 4 out here that play football with Turley, quarterback, then Andrew Jones, Holden Murphy, and Larry Cullen. That will be coming in after the football season. Hopefully, they'll make a long run in that football season.
Sure.
But, we got 11 guys in there. We've been getting to work, going after it, coming up with new ideas, new ways to run the practice just so they don't get stalemate in there and get bored, of course, because, we've been with each other since August.
Right.
And we're ready to get rolling, get started with the season.
You got a new addition to your staff that you made in the offseason as well as a new junior high coach.
Oh, yeah, Coach Gramling, Coach Bo Gramling. He's going to be a great one for us. Of course, me and him's been good friends for a while now. And, of course, when that job opened, I knew he was one of the ones that I wanted to come and take that job over. And he's going to do a great job with our junior high squad. Him and Coach Teat, the assistant, they'll do a great job with them. And I'm looking forward to see what all they do with them.
Let's talk about the makeup of your team a little bit, because I know you've got a pretty good blend of returners coming back, guys like Oliver Barr, Gavin Ellis, just to name a couple, and then you've got some newcomers as well. You've had, 2 or 3 move-ins or transfers, I think, also, that I hear may be players of impact possibly.
Yeah, we had some guys move in. Josh Burnett came to us. He'll be a junior. He'll be a guard for us this year. Real quick guard.
Josh is from Jonesboro, correct?
Yes, but he did not play at Jonesboro last year, but he is from Jonesboro.
Right.
And then you got Noah Berry came from Fayetteville, the whole Berry family that moved here, of course.
Mm-hmm.
He's about 6'4", 6'5"-ish. He'll play down low for us. He'll be a great asset for us going into the season as well. So, it always makes a coach a little bit happier when you have those guys come in, give you a little bit more depth. And we're going to be hopefully feel like we're going to have a whole lot more depth this year with some guys on the squad. And it's going to make it fun because those guys are going to come in each and every single day, and they're going to have to compete against each other, and it's only going to make us better.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, as a coach, that's all you can ask for.
I noticed, too, among the returnees, we mentioned Oliver Barr and I think Hudson Rogers, both those young men still continuing to grow. Looks like they're both up in the 6'5" range or so.
Oh, yeah, Hudson Rogers, he's going to be a key player for us this year as well. He's about 6'5". Oliver's up there in that range. Oh, Max Manchester, heck, he's grown. He's about 6'2", probably pushing close to 6'3" now. He keeps growing. And the Berry kid, as I mentioned, he's 6'4". So, those boys keep growing. It's funny, I looked at when those Oliver and them were in 9th grade, and they were all smaller than me, and now every single one of them are about 3-4 inches taller than me. Yeah. So in just a 2-year time span. So, but we're looking forward to it. It's going to be an exciting year.
So who do you see as potential players of impact and leaders for this ball club?
Of course, Oliver Barr coming back this
Sure.
year. He's going to be a big key for us. Hudson Rogers is going to be a big key, as I mentioned. He's really probably more of that leader type aspect. It's his senior year coming in. He's going to want to get everything out of it that he can, as he should. So we're looking at him to really be that leader type kid for us this year. Turley, of course, when he gets in there,
right.
he'll be a great asset out there on the floor. Gavin Ellis is pretty well, you know how he is. He always likes to be talking and all that stuff, and I love him to death. And
he's a fun kid.
He's probably really, if I had to say I had a coach on the floor, he would probably be my coach on the floor.
Well, that kind of makes sense, considering the fact that his mom is a coach.
Oh, yeah, and getting the guys hyped up, all that type stuff. Laird Cullen, and I'm expecting a big year out of him this year as well. He had a really good ninth grade year, really came out of his shell in his junior or freshman year, and then his sophomore year got a lot of good minutes. And so, we're excited about that. Of course, Oliver Gavin and, Andrew Jones showed a lot of good things at summer camp this year that we like. There's just a lot of good assets out there that could really step up and help us this year, I feel like.
You got a challenging schedule. As we mentioned, you'll open here on the 14th at Riverside, but pretty challenging non-conference schedule. It also includes a road game at 6A Mountain Home. You're playing in a tournament at Bologna, the V-Town Showdown. Tell me a little bit about that event.
Yeah, we're playing at Bologna. And, speaking about the non-conference schedule, I wanted to make it to where it just wasn't going to be a cakewalk for them because, our goal is not just to make the state tournament
There's
this
no
year.
nights off in the 5A.
No, exactly. Is to not just make the state tournament this year. We want to make a run in the state tournament and go as far as we can. And, to do that, you got to play those really, really good teams. And so, we play Van Buren starting out in that Bologna Classic down there, and we'll either play the winner or loser of Bryant or Clinton. So, that's going to be a very challenging tournament for us, but I'm excited about it. We love the competition. As I always said, to be the best, you got to beat the best. So to prepare us for the 5A East, I believe our non-conference schedule set ahead is really going to do that for us.
Coach, I like a coach who will quote Ric Flair.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Coach, we appreciate the visit. Thanks for coming up and talking with us, and looking forward to seeing your team in action here in a few weeks.
Oh, yeah. And before I get off, I just want to say huge congratulations to the Junior High Blazers.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Winning the conference championship last night.
Yep.
And Coach Settlemore and all this Blazer News Network, I mean, it's awesome. I feel like I'm at college game day up here. But no, that's huge for our school, and I'm excited about having them here doing all that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank
you, Coach.
I appreciate it. Go Blazers.
Coach Lane Campbell, our guest here at the halftime break. We'll step aside for a 2-minute timeout and back with more of our Kavanaugh Auto Group halftime in 2 minutes on the EAB Sports Network.
What the season, it's always a great time to go to Wings to Go. Whether it's football, whether it's basketball, whether it's baseball, whether it's wrestling, whether it's anything, the wings, the salads, the hamburgers, everything they have at Wings to Go is always flavorful and it's always ready. All that has to happen is you come down and enjoy them.
Happy winging from Wings to Go.
Continue your post-win celebration in a space you can be proud of with Barton's and Home Outlet. Locally owned and operated in Jonesboro, Arkansas since 1885, we're not just a building materials store, we're a part of your hometown spirit. Our teams are your neighbors, cheering next to you in the stands and supporting you in our stores. From accurate and timely kitchen, bath, floor, and door estimates to final product selection, we'll make your dream space a reality. Visit our teams at Barton's and Home Outlet for your home remodel today.
Playing Against Sports wants to pay you money. Now that I have your attention, Playing Against Sports in Jonesboro wants to buy your used sports equipment. You heard me right. If you have something that's either outgrown or no longer being used, bring it to Playing Against Sports now. They're looking for youth and adult baseball and softball equipment, golf, weights and workout equipment, disc golf, you name it. Playing Against Sports can turn it into cash for you. Go by Playing Against Sports at the corner of Highland and Caraway in Jonesboro.
Have you been struggling to find the right in-home care for your loved one? Well, look no further than Cornerstone Caregiving in Jonesboro. Their trusted staff can't wait to meet your loved one. They want to know what cereal they prefer, what music they listen to, what makes them feel most like themselves. They're proud to offer a thoughtful arrangement of services that promise compassionate care for you or your loved one. For more information, visit cornerstonecaregiving.com/Jonesboro. Cornerstone Caregiving, where compassionate care meets you right where you are.
Back back here at Southside, Southern Stadium. Randy Myers along with Steve Clayton under the headsets as we continue along with our Kavanaugh Auto Group halftime report at the break. Valley View leading Southside 10-7 as we take a look at our scoreboard ticker, checking in on some other games around the 5A East and Northeast Arkansas. In the conference, Nettleton handling its business tonight at Forest City. The Raiders are up 34-6 at halftime over in St. Francis County. Brooklyn off to a good start. They lead Batesville at halftime 14-6. I think both of these teams are engaged here tonight. Would like to see the Bearcats pull that one out. Also in 5A action tonight, it is, which game is this?
That's Jonesboro.
Okay. So back in 6A, it's Jonesboro. Are they ahead or behind?
They're up 21-12 against Southwest.
Up 21-12 against Little Rock Southwest. Let's see, elsewhere in the 5A East, Wynn leading Paragould 15-0 at the break. And Blytheville and Truman are tied at 8, either at halftime or late in the second period in that game in the 4A3. Gosnell leading Rivercrest 9-8. That's a bit of a surprise.
Yes, sir.
EPC taking care of business, handling Mariana 30-0 thus far. West Memphis, no surprise, up big on Greene County Tech at the break, 34-0. And Pocahontas leading Westside 30-0. Outside of Northeast Arkansas, but a very big game in 7A on the statewide basis. Bryant leading Cabot 14-3 at that game down in Lone Oak County. So, Steve, a little bit surprised by some of these scores, particularly that Brooklyn-Batesville score.
It really is. And then Blytheville and Truman, that's a dogfight right now. It's at Truman.
As well as Gosnell Rivercrest.
Yeah, so all those games in the 4A3 were pretty heated competition right now. I like to see the fact that Pocahontas is up. Like I said, I'm a homer from Jonesboro. I hate Westside down, but I really like Casey Chester and what they do at Pocahontas, so it's good to see them on the roll after a very rough start in their, especially their non-conference schedule.
Well, being a Westside alum, I'm not near as thrilled about that score as you are, but
I forgot you're a Warrior.
But I understand. I'm not thrilled about it, but I'm also not surprised about it because I know it's just kind of a lean year out at Westside this year, unfortunately. But as it is, we have about 2.5 minutes left at halftime here in Southside with Valley View leading it 10-7. We've got time for a 2-minute timeout, so we'll step aside and reevaluate, see if they add more halftime or more time to the halftime clock or not. But we're going to break for 2 minutes. Valley View up 10-7 at the break on the EAB Sports Network.
An exciting career that you can be proud of at Atlas Tube. The steel products we make can be found everywhere. Work in a technologically advanced, safe environment. Team up with the best and brightest people in the industry. Learn on the job and through our continuing education programs. And best of all, get rewarded for being a great teammate. At Atlas Tube, the sky's the limit. We're now hiring electricians, PLC specialists, millwrights, and more. See the full list of openings and learn more by visiting atlastube.com/team. That's ATLASTUBE.com/team.
When a clinic sends a referral for your specialty services, you have a choice. The decision of where you receive care is yours. You can choose the only facility in eastern Arkansas to receive an A rating in patient safety by Leapfrog, delivering world-class care and an unmatched safety protocol. You have a choice in your healthcare provider. Choose NEA Baptist, where safety isn't a goal. It's a promise.
At First National Bank, our mortgage lending team knows what it takes to make a home and a superior home loan process. Simple, proven, and reliable service with competitive rates at a bank that already feels like home. Since 1889, that's been the First National Bank way, because for our people, this is home. Apply online at fnbank.net/mortgage. From our family to yours, welcome home. First National Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Get huge savings now at every Kavanaugh dealership. Kavanaugh has a great selection of late model, low mileage, certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. And most are still under factory warranty. We have every make and every model, so you're sure to find the vehicle you want. And when you buy at Kavanaugh, every new and used purchase comes with 1 year of free maintenance. Plus, we buy cars. Bring a vehicle, get a check. Come see us today at one of our dealerships or go to KavanaughCars.com.
Halftime winding down as we welcome you back to Stewart Field at Southerner Stadium here in Southside with Valley View clinging to a 3-point lead at the break. It's 10-7. I'm inclined to naturally say enjoying a 3-point lead, but I'm not sure how much you can enjoy a 3-point lead at halftime against a team like this, Steve.
No, like I said, statistically, Valley View has dominated this football game. First quarter of action, Southside had the ball, 2 possessions, 2 3-and-outs. Valley View with only a 3-point lead, 3-0 at the end of the first quarter. Both teams able to score a touchdown. Here in the second quarter, but Valley View dominating everywhere statistically except the scoreboard, but they'll take a 3-point lead. And Randy, I told you, good call by Sean Cockrell to defer the coin toss. So Valley View will receive the second half kickoff. Very important that they put some points on the board to shut down Southside's momentum, because right now, momentum on the side of the Southerners.
As we mentioned a moment ago, as Lane Campbell made a reference to during our conversation with him a few minutes ago, also want to take this opportunity to send a shout-out of congratulations to the Valley View junior high team, which defeated Nettleton 35-14 last night at Central Dealership Stadium. And that win, coupled with Brooklyn's loss, hands Coach Corey Crin and his program yet another 5A East Conference title. They've still got one more game left to play. They'll close it out at Brooklyn next week with a chance to run the tables on a perfect season.
Well, Randy, I'm a big fan of Sean Cockrell. He's assembled a great staff. Marty Riley, Gunnar Wilbanks, the whole staff really does a great job. But what Coach Cockrell has, he has a football program at Valley View proven by the success not only at the senior high level, but the junior high is rolling, like you said.
You could make an argument, Steve, that it runs all the way down to the elementary level.
Sure.
There's some
not 100% dependent upon Coach Cockrell, but he plays a big role in setting up, like I said, not just a good team this year. They got a good program at Valley View.
Blazers still with 2 big games left, regardless of the outcome here tonight. We'll be across town at Raider Field next week for the Valley View Nettleton showdown.
Well, that's one of those. You can always throw out the record there.
Yeah.
Nettleton's somewhat down. They've had some injuries, had a couple players just simply quit the football team, but Nettleton's still pretty good, still has some weapons, so it'll be a good game next week. Hopefully Valley View will still be undefeated in conference play.
Elsewhere in the league next week, Southside will travel down the mountain and across the river to take on their crosstown rival in Batesville. Only the second meeting ever between the Southerners and the Pioneers.
But that's a big-time rivalry.
Absolutely.
After one game, just geographical proximity, if nothing else.
Brooklyn will be at Paragould next week, and Forest City at Wynn for the other conference game. Valley View is going to get the ball to start the second half. The Blazers are on the field.
Talking about next week's contest, you mentioned Paragould playing. Paragould's record may not be indicative, but they're a lot better football team.
There's no question. Yeah, I mean,
Randy Phillips,
he's done
a great job there. Yeah,
I agree. They are much, much improved from even a year ago. So Southside teeing it up at the 40-yard line. Kicker Joel Busby. Valley View has Starks and Gartman back to return on the 15-yard line. Starks on the near side, Gartman on the far hash. This will be a kick that will bounce and be fielded off the bounce by Valley View.
Gartman on the return.
Breaks out to the outside. It's Gartman at midfield and finally run out of bounds inside Southside territory. And that was kind of an awkward ball to field for him because it kind of paused and bounced, and he had to grab it off the bounce. But once he did, got to the outside, and a nice return by Drew Bob Gartman.
Kind of a tweener. It wasn't really a pooch kick. It wasn't kicked deep. The ball bounced. Luckily for Gartman, it took a tremendous hop right into his chest, and Gartman did the rest.
So Valley View will get it at the Southside 42 after the great return by Gartman, and the Blazers are in business on the Southerner side of the field with T.J. Starks and Gavin Ty split to the near side. 2 receivers off to the right. Turley out of the gun. Feliz on his hip. Looking to throw. Pump fakes. Fires. Looking for Starks, I believe, and it's just beyond his reach. It'll be incomplete.
There was that hitch-and-go route again on the far side by Starks.
So it sets up 2nd and 10 for the View from the Southerner 42.
I believe Andrew Jones actually the intended receiver
I think you're
on
right.
the last play.
Yeah, he wears 6 and Starks wears 8.
Sometimes to the near side, yes.
Sometimes we're on the far side of the field. It's kind of hard to distinguish.
But it was that hit-you-go route, just a little bit overthrown by Turley.
Between the numbers. Got a whistle and a stop and play. And I'm not sure what the issue is here. They're backing Valley View off the line of scrimmage.
Well,
I don't know what that was
about. I heard the Valley View coaches say there was a loose ball that got out on the field from the sideline.
Turley keeps it on the RPO, running right now. Squirts to the outside, breaks a tackle, got the far sideline. He is run out of bounds. Let's see where they spot him out at. Looks like it's going to be down near the 25-yard line. Move the chains for Valley View.
Easily got the first down. Turley does such a good job in the open field. I initially questioned his decision to pop it outside, but Carson Turley with so much speed in the open field.
It'll be a first down at the Southside 25. 11:36 to play in the third. Stark split to the near side for Valley View. Gartman to the right. Throw it out left side for Starks on the screen. Starks gets the sideline. He's at the 10, the 5, and he's into the painted turf for another Valley View touchdown. Just an ISO play out to the near side.
Great play, Paul, by Marty Riley. Starks was out there one-on-one with the cornerback, split out far enough that no other defender was there to help. Starks shows you his athleticism in the open field, and a big touchdown for Valley View in their initial possession of the second half.
Brody Dix on to attempt the extra point kick out of the Caden Trevathan hold, and the Talon Campbell deep snap.
Such good play design by the Blazer offense.
Kick is up, and it is right down the middle. So with 11:28 to play in the third, Valley View pushes the lead back out to 10 at 17-7. Back here in 30 seconds on the EAB Sports Network.
Orthopedics and Sports Medicine has been taking care of our local athletes for over 40 years. And now they have 2 locations with JOSM on Main and the all-new JOSM on Matthews. Inside St. Bernard's Health and Wellness Center with non-operative providers Dr. J.T. Fisher and the newest addition to the staff, Dr. Morgan Benefield. Call 932-1820. Find them on Facebook and at JonesboroOrtho.com. Jonesboro Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, excelling in our field so you can excel on yours.
Drew Gartman's nice kickoff return set Valley View up with a short field. The Blazers needed to cover only 42 yards. They needed 3 plays to do it before Carson Turley and T.J. Starks hooked up from 25 yards out for their second touchdown of the evening. And Valley View now has a 17-7 lead as they push the lead back out to 10 in double digits.
Well, that play will be on Turley's stat book, but Starks does a great job. The pass was caught right at the line of scrimmage. Starks avoided one would-be tackler. Outruns the rest to the end zone. Great play call. Great job executing by Valley View.
Dix's kick will go out of bounds, so we'll see what Southside, which option they opt to take here. If they'll make us re-kick, or got a feeling they'll take it at the 35.
Most teams take it at 35. You can take it where it goes out of bounds, which obviously is not a very good option. You can take it at 35 or back up the kickoff team 5 yards and make them re-kick, but Southside will take over at the 35.
Update on the Jonesboro game. They now lead Southwest 27-12. Here come the Southerners. 2 receivers off to the left on first down from their own 25. Savion Hall, the quarterback, takes the snap, gives it off to the first man through, and he is tripped up in the backfield. Looks like no gain at best, maybe a loss, depending on the spot. It will be a loss of 1, I believe. Was that Witt?
Gabe Witt on the carry, but even a better job by the defensive front of the Blazers. I didn't see who it was, but 2 or 3 Blazer defensive linemen with penetration, able to knock Witt off balance, and a loss on the play for the Southerners.
2 receivers to the left on 2nd and 11 from the 34. Hall slings it out left side on the screen pass. They've got the first down, it would appear, up near the 45-yard line.
Well, that time, Southside doing exactly what Valley View scored on. The receiver split way out for the Southerners. Number 16, Caden Rowlett.
So it is a first down for Southside. 10:49 to play in the third period. Valley View leads 17-7.
Same formation, but now it's into the boundary.
Two receivers to the left. Ball snapped off the left hash. Again, throw it out left side on the screen and caught at the Blazer 48-yard line for the receiver.
Nice gain on first down. I heard a Blazer fan yell, don't give them a 10-yard cushion. And that's exactly what Valley View will need to do.
2nd and 3 for the Southerners from the Blazer 47.
Play a little less soft on their defensive coverage. Now they're moving up the cornerbacks.
Two receivers again to the left. Hall keeps it. He has the first down as he'll move the chains with a gain to about the 43-yard line.
Good drive started right here by the Southerners on their first offensive possession of the second half. See if Valley View's defense can stiffen up a little bit.
Rowlett will split wide to the right. Inside 10 minutes to play in the third. Valley View up 10 at 17-7. Bring a man in motion to the near side. They'll give it to him on the jet sweep. Slips the first tackle. Now trying to break to the outside and advances it down to about the 35 or the 36-yard line, depending on the spot.
Seth Case. Kenny Simpson with a good job play calling here in the second half. Kind of has Valley View off balance a little bit defensively.
It's going to bring up second and just over a yard needed here for Southside from the 35-yard line of Valley View. Two receivers to the left once again. Ball snapped off the right hash. Hall shows it to the running back, keeps it, running the left, trying to break containment, unable to do so. Caught in the open field. And who made that tackle, Steve? Could you get the number?
That's Ramsey out there from the cornerback spot.
Just a great open field tackle for the sophomore corner.
Field tackles.
It's going to be a loss of one. Sets up a 3rd and 3 for Southside.
Wildcat.
So Witt is in as the Wildcat quarterback. Hall lines up as a receiver to the right. Witt takes the direct snap, runs left, gets the edge, has the first down as he's run out of bounds. Still on his feet, actually, and finally caught down around the 15-yard line.
Good run by Witt. Like you said, picked up the first down, gets down to the 15-yard line.
And it's a first down from there for the Southerners. So,
like I said, Southside with a good job right here. Valley View defensively is just a little off balance.
Again, a direct snap. Oh, and what an open field tackle by Jade Taylor, who destroyed Seth Case in the backfield. A loss back near the 20. That was a violent tackle.
And for some reason, the ball carrier was airborne, and Taylor lit into him, created a loss on the play of 4.
Back to the 19. It's 2nd and about 14 for the Southerners from there. They'll send 3 receivers clustered off to the left. Hall out of the gun, alone in the backfield. Running right with it. Gets some blocking and advances it forward for 4 or 5. We'll see where they spot the ball.
Well, right now they're choosing to run the football right at Brian Huff. And that's one thing you can do, and try not to run away from him. Just run right at him. Make him make a play. It was a positive gain of about 4 yards, so they picked up the yardage lost on the previous play.
3rd and 10 from the 14-yard line for Southside.
Big down here for the Blazers defensively.
Just shy of the 14. 2 receivers to the left. One man motions left. Hall rolls left with it. He'll dart it up inside and get caught after a short gain. We'll see where they spot the ball. He's close to the 10, it would appear, but we'll wait for the spot before we call it.
Great job by Dax Webb out there. He actually had the receiver in motion, man-to-man coverage, but he peeled off of him in just enough time to tackle Hall.
Ball will be at the 9-yard line. It's 4th and about 3 for Southside. They're going to line up for a field goal here. And they're going to fake it. They'll roll left. I'm not sure if this is a fake or a broken play. They're rolling right with it, looking to throw, slipping a tackle, and finally caught And I believe it was Dedrick Barnes who made the tackle, and I'm not sure what exactly happened there. I think the play
it was a fake field goal, Brandon. They tried to sneak a receiver in late on the far sideline. I heard the Valley View coaches up here screaming. They saw it. Valley View able to get a defender on that receiver at the last minute.
And now there's a conference among the officials. Did a flag ever drop there?
I don't know, but that is some kind of deception which could be ruled illegal, but the referees will talk it out right now.
Possibly an illegal substitution.
Exactly. And that's exactly what it will be. Obviously declined by the Blazers.
So Valley View will get the ball back, but deep in their own territory with 6:16 to play.
Well, as you notice, the Southerners put their field goal team on the field late. One player just kind of slipped on the sideline. Valley View actually did that against Wynn a couple years ago.
Yeah, I remember that very well.
And worked for a touchdown, but this time Valley View's defense, and kudos to the coaches up here. They saw it, was able to alert the defense before the ball was snapped, and
Blazers are going to get it back at the 5-yard line.
It down. It's turnover on downs, ultimately for the Blazers.
Two receivers, one wide to each side for
That's
Valley
the good
View.
news. The bad news is they got 95 yards to go for a touchdown.
The give to Feliz. Feliz gets maybe a yard over the near side.
I think he's right at the line of scrimmage.
Yep, I believe you're right.
Nice job by the Southern defensive front.
6 minutes remaining in the period. Valley View leading 17-7. 2nd and 10 from the 5 for Valley View. Ball will be on the left hash as the Blazers move toward the south end zone from right to left. Turley looking to throw. Throws it downfield. It's tipped and incomplete. He was trying to get Starks in double coverage, but well defended in the secondary that time by the Southerners.
Well, Starks got above the defenders, just unable to come down with the pass. So it'll be 3rd and long here for Valley View.
Starks has got at least a 50% efficiency ratio on those type of situations, but not able to make that catch. So it's 3rd and 10 with 5:42 to play in the period. Blazers leading 17-7. Gartman goes wide right. Starks splits wide to the near side. Turley is going to keep it, runs right, and gets about 3 yards maybe, and that'll be it. Valley View will have to punt.
A little bit of breathing room of Valley View. It's going to be a 4th down here. There's no doubt they'll punt the football.
Ball will be spotted just shy of the 8-yard line.
Looks like Turley will do the kick from his deep in the quarterback position again. Try to draw.
Trying to get him off sides, but Southside moved but didn't come into the neutral zone. Now I'm not sure if he's changing the play or not.
Plenty of time on the play clock.
He'll quick kick it. It'll be fielded at the 38, and Witt gets it up to about the 34, or maybe the 35, depending on the spot. But Southside will have very good field position as they get the ball back.
Great starting field position. Valley View able to change the flip the field on their offensive possession. So Batesville unable to come away with points on their last possession. Southside's correction. Boy, I get chastised here at Southside for calling them Batesville.
Southerners will start at their own 35. There's 4:52 remaining in the 3rd period. Valley View leading 17-7.
Witt will be behind center again.
So Gabe Witt lines up as the Wildcat quarterback, sends Savion Hall split wide to the right. Witt takes the direct snap, tries the middle, and gets a couple maybe, and that'll be it.
Gets about 3 yards there on 1st down. Looks like Hall will stay out of receiver, so still Wildcat formation for the Southerners.
2nd and 7 after a gain of 3 by Witt on the last play. Witt again takes the direct snap, runs left, finds a little bit of a crease to jump through, and got about 3, it would appear.
3rd down and short right now.
Yep, 3rd and about 2 needed.
Still in the Wildcat formation. So
ball at about the 28-yard line. Does that look right to you, Steve?
Yes, sir.
Witt takes the direct snap once again. He has the first down as he moves it over the left side, and that'll move the chains for the Southerners.
Southside with a little bit conservative here, more conservative here, but very successful on that series of downs.
Ball at about the 23-yard line of Valley View. 3:45 to play in the third. Blazers leading by 10. They'll send Rowlett split wide to the right. Give it off over the right side. I believe that's Case, and he's hit at about the 25-yard line.
Southside back in their traditional set.
Actually, the 20-yard line is where the tackle was made.
Hall back at quarterback, looking over at Kenny Simpson.
2nd and 9 for the Southerners from the Valley View 20. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Hall throws it out left side on the screen, trying to make a play in space. Got good blocking, and they'll advance it down inside the 15 to about the 13 possibly, depending on the spot.
Southside with a lot more efficient offense here in the second half. They've moved the ball very well against the Blazers.
This will be a first down. Actually, wait a minute. Got to stop and play.
The near line judge blew it dead. I don't know.
Yeah,
don't know
showing
why.
2nd and less than a yard needed. And then the stop
Maybe
and play.
a measurement.
Can you see where the ball is spotted, Steve? It's kind of hard for me to tell.
About 12-yard line, okay. 11 or 12.
We'll call it the 12. Witt again takes the direct snap, runs left, not much there at all. Blazers get him right about the line of scrimmage.
I think he lost a couple on that play. Great job by the front line of the Blazer defense. Brings up a 4th down situation, Randy.
So it's a big 4th and 1 coming up here from about the 13-yard line, and Gabe Witt will remain in as the Wildcat quarterback. 2:20 to play in the period. Valley View up 10. 17-7 your score. Witt gets the direct snap, runs to the outside, breaks the tackle, has the first down as he is tackled inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
Valley View had a chance in the backfield, but Jay Taylor, who's made a couple nice stops, unable to bring down Witt. He picks up a big first down. The 1st and goal to go for the Southerners.
Ball will be at the 8-yard line on the right hash. Hall moves back into the backfield as a quarterback, sends 2 receivers wide left, 1 to the right.
And there's only 1 D-back out there.
Handed off over the left side on the inside reverse. And they're inside the 5, probably at about the 3-yard line.
Isaac Wallace on the carry. Valley View with on. So there's another defender going out to the twin set.
2nd and goal from the 3. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Hall shows it to the running back, runs right, and he's into the end zone for the score. So a 3-yard run by Savion Hall gets Southside on the board again. The score coming with 1:12 to play in the period.
Great job by Kenny Simpson. Great execution by the Southerners. And a nice fireworks show here at Southside.
So now awaiting the extra point kick for the Southerners. It's up, and it is good. So it's back to a 3-point game with 1:12 to play in the third. Valley View leads it 17-14. We return in 30 seconds on the EAB Sports Network.
Greenway proudly supports the DIYer in you. Whether you're a mover, a shaker, a groundbreaker, a risk taker, a challenge embracer, or a landscape visionary, whatever the task, we've got a John Deere tractor that can help move your project forward. You've got work to do, so let's get started.
Reserve yours today in store or at gogreenway.com.
.112 to play in the third period. Valley View's lead has been cut to 3. It's 17-14. As Southside covers 65 yards in 8 plays. Correction, covers 35 yards in 8 plays. An 8-play, 35-yard drive, and we now await the Southside kickoff. And this will be a short pooch kick, fair caught by Laird Cullen, I believe, at about the 35-yard line.
That was Cullen. So Valley View will take over. Very imperative they get some offense going on this possession. The Blazers, a little after that first offensive possession of the second half anyway.
Offense making their way onto the field. Again, they'll start from the 35. 1 minute, 12 seconds remaining in the third quarter here at Stewart Field and Southerner Stadium. TJ Starks put wide to the near side for Valley View. Turley's got 3 receivers off to the left. Feliz, the running back, on his right hip. He'll give it to Feliz. Feliz jumps through a hole and picks up about 3 yards over the near side. Call it a 2-yard gain after the spot. It'll bring up 2nd and 8 from the 37. Inside a minute to play in the period.
Turley looks over to Marty Riley to get the play call.
He'll send 3 receivers right. Starks to the near side. Turley throws it out right side. Pass is complete. I believe that's Andrew Jones with a catch, and he's going to be caught just shy of the first down marker. It'll bring up 3rd and short for the View.
Nice gain on the play. The key was Drew Gardman with a great block out there on the far side of the field.
So it's 3rd and 3 with the ball at the 42-yard line of Valley View. 20 seconds left in the period. Valley View leads 17-14.
Looks like Valley View will let time expire and talk about this very important 3rd down play call.
So it appears that was the last snap of the third quarter as the clock winds down, and Valley View leads at 17-14 as we head into the final frame. You're listening to Blazer Football and watching Blazer Football on the EAB Sports Network.
Who says good luck to all the players, coaches, cheerleaders, and marching bands taking the field tonight. Under the lights, it's not about who's in your path, it's about who's in your huddle. And Pico Foods is a proud teammate and supporter of local communities and the state's agricultural producers. Learn more about how Pico Foods buys direct to support local producers. In Arkansas and Missouri, call David Durham or James Chester, 870-202-7101. In Alabama and Mississippi, call Andrew Parker or John Taylor Hickman at 601-670-9383.
3 quarters in the books, 1 to play as we welcome you back to Stewart Field at Southerner Stadium. This one has been all we expected and then some, Steve. Valley View leads at 17-14 as we head into the final frame.
4th quarter coming up, 3-point lead for the Blazers. Everything you thought it would be, Randy, just like you said. Valley View still control this football game as far as the scoreboard, but it's been seemingly a second half dominated by the Southerners.
Blazers facing a 3rd and 3 from their own 42 here as we start the 4th quarter. Starks off to the left. Turley going to keep it. Breaks to the outside. Has the first down. Still on his feet. Down the near sideline. He may go. He's at the 10-5. Touchdown Valley View. Carson Turley from 65 yards plus.
Randy, I'm old school. I was looking for flags.
So was I.
There was no flags. But I tell you what, Drew Gardman had the key block that time to seal the end for Turley to get to the outside. And Turley shows you what he can do in the open field. A big, big score here. So Valley View answers the Southside touchdown.
A 58-yard run by Carson Turley. Awaiting the extra point kick now for Brody Dix, as the Blazers once again trying to push the lead back out to double digits. Caden Trevathan will provide the hold. Here's the snap. The kick is in the air, and it is right down the middle. The Blazers push the lead back to a 10-point advantage. It's 24-14. 11:46 still to play in this game. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the EAB Sports Network.
Guide and play with Jonesboro Cycle and ATV. Jonesboro Cycle is your go-to for all your power sports needs, whether it be off-road, on-road, or on the wall. Check out their inventory of four-wheelers, side-by-sides, motorcycles, dirt bikes, cruisers, go-karts, scooters, personal watercrafts, boats, and even boat motors. Jonesboro Cycle is a 185,000 square foot motorsports mecca featuring all the name brands under one roof. Jonesboro Cycle and ATV on U.S. Highway 63 North in Bono and JonesboroCycle.com.
11:46 still to play. There's a ton of football left in this game, Steve, but right now Valley View's got the lead back out to double digits.
And a little bit of momentum on a big run by Carson Turley. Once again, Drew Gartman with a great block to spring Turley loose, but that young man can cover a lot of territory in a hurry. Valley View, number one, extends their lead to 10 points, but trying to get a little momentum on the side of the Blazers. It was all Valley View in the first half. A 3-point lead at halftime. Seemingly all Southside here in the second half, but Valley View with a big score at the very first of the fourth quarter.
Brody Dick set to kick it off from the 40-yard line for the Blazers. This will be gathered in at the 12 by the Southerners, and the return up to about the 32-yard line, and that's where Southside will take over. Seth Case once again on the return for Southside.
Good tackle by Nick Gamble on special teams. Valley View's defense just hadn't been clicking on all cylinders as they were in the first half, but maybe a big defensive stop here could keep momentum on the side of the Blazers.
Southside will start off the left hash at their own 32. They'll send Lewis Calhoun split wide to the near side. One receiver off to the right. Savion Hall alone in the backfield. Gives it off. And that'll be a first down or close to it on a nice carry there by Isaac Wallace. Wallace just showing great power on that run. And see if he got the first down or not. He did.
I think he's going to be a little bit short.
Just shy, less than the yard needed.
Very good carry by Wallace. He stepped through a couple would-be tacklers.
Ball just shy of the 41-yard line for Southside. They need a yard to move the chains. They've got two receivers right, one to the near side. Hall again empty in the backfield. He's going to keep it, runs near side. He's got the first down, gets brought down at about the 46-yard line by a couple of Blazers.
Southside does a good job to seal off the left side of the offensive line of scrimmage, and Brian Huff drags down Hall after a gain of 4 or 5, but a big first down. Here on the first series of downs on this Southerner possession.
First down from the Southerner 46.
Been very impressed with the play calling here in the second half by Coach Kenny Simpson of Southside.
One receiver wide to each side. They'll give it off, I believe, to Witt, and Witt gets a couple at best. That'll be it.
Was that Witt or Lewis Calhoun?
That may have been Calhoun.
It was Calhoun because Witt's checking in the ball game.
You're right. So it's a gain of 1, sets up 2nd and 9 for the Southerners with 10:22 to play in the fourth period. Valley View leading 24-14.
Southside once again in that gun T look offensively, and looks a lot more efficient and effective here in the second half offensively.
Two wides to the right. Hall keeps it and fights his way forward, lunging across midfield to the Blazer 49-yard line.
Hall does a good job to fall forward, but a big third down here for the Blazers defensively. The ball right at midfield.
Well, he's 6'2", so when he falls forward, he can stretch that frame out.
And he's an athlete. Like I said, he's a high jumper and tremendous track athlete as well.
3rd and 5 for the Southerners from the Blazer 49. Two receivers right, one to the left. It's a handoff to Witt. Witt gets hammered after a pickup of 1, maybe 2 at best.
Huffman on the tackle along with a couple other Blazers, I believe number 56. Micah Bingham on the tackle.
So a big fourth down coming up here for Southside. They face 4th and 3 from the Valley View 47. 8:56 to play in the game. Blazers up 10. It's 24-14. Two receivers to the left.
Randy, a big play on both sides of the football.
Blazer Nation making some noise here just below us. Hall, long snap count. He is back to throw. Here comes pressure, and he escapes it, but he's not able to avoid the sack. He'll be dropped, and Valley View will get the takeover on downs back at the 49-yard line. A loss of 3. Blazers get the ball back with a big stop.
Jay Taylor, we've called his name numerous times defensively. Probably his biggest tackle of the night so far as he stops the Southerners on downs. Valley View with a tremendous starting field position here at 8:32 in the fourth quarter. Score here would be big.
Oh, yeah. Especially if they could put together a time-consuming drive here. Two receivers to the right for Carson Turley. One off to the left on first down from the Valley View 49. Turley hands it off to Felice. Felice hesitates, stutter steps, fights his way forward, moves the ball across the 45, down to about the 43-yard line of the Southerners. Good carry by Anthony Felice.
Great first down run right there by Felice, staying ahead of the chains once again.
They'll spot it at the 44.
Second 3 opens up the playbook wide open, Randy.
Andrew Jones and T.J. Stark split wide to the near side. I believe that's Drew Bob Gartman off to the left as he goes alone to that side. This is Turley on the keeper on the read option. He is close to first down yardage. I think he got it.
Depending on the spot, he had to get down to the 40-yard line, and he got it from a first down Blazers.
Move those chains for Valley View with 7:53 to play. Again, Starks and Jones will line up wide right for Valley View on first down from the Southside 40-yard line. Inside 8 minutes to play. Valley View with the ball and a 10-point lead.
Plenty
Two
of
wides
time
right. Gartman goes lonesome left.
Excuse me, Randy. Plenty of time on the play clock.
Handed off to Felice. Felice met and dropped in the backfield. That's going to be no gain at best. We'll see where they spot it. Looks like no gain. 2nd and 10 for the View. 7:17 to play as the clock continues to tick. Again, two receivers, Starks and Jones right. Gartman off to the left alone.
Safety and linebackers are biting deep. Play action right now would be a good call by Sean Cockrell as he changes the play at the line of scrimmage. Does Turley.
Turley.
Here's the linebackers creeping up.
He's going to roll right with it. Looking to run. Hits the sideline. Got the first down as he runs out of bounds at about the 26-yard line. Late flag at the end of the play. So that's going to cost somebody big yardage.
I think it'll be 15 additional yards taken on for a late hit. Anthony Felice with a great job. Turley's done a good job running the football, but at the skill position, players for Valley View doing a tremendous job of blocking on the edge and downfield.
So let's see what the flag is about. Still no word yet. It's definitely a dead ball foul. There's no question about that.
Well, I'm almost positive it's against Southside. As they're the umpire marking it off.
It is against the Southerners. So,
good things right now for Valley View, but they have to capitalize on this possession.
The step off will move the ball down to the 13-yard line after the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the Southerners for an apparent late hit. So it's first down for Valley View at the 13, 6:45 left. Blazers trying to add on to a 10-point lead. Felice on Turley's left hip. Two wides right, Gartman off to the left. Turley keeps it, runs across the middle.
Still going.
And
gets down inside the 5.
Got it down to about the 4-yard line, it looks like.
Clock is 6.5 minutes, so Valley View will take their time, but they're doing everything they can to get the ball in the end zone right now.
This will be a 2nd and 1. They can get a first down without scoring. 4-yard line, does that look about right to you?
Yeah, tremendous scoreboard, the LED lights, but it doesn't keep up with down and distance.
Yeah, that's my only aggravation with it. Other than that, I like that board. Just Jones put off wide right. Give it off to Feliz. Feliz running right, breaks out of a tackle, and he's in there for the score. Hard running from 4 yards out by Anthony Feliz, and that one might be enough to salt this one away.
Well, we still got 6 minutes of football to play, but I like the job by the Blazer offensive line, and Feliz would not be denied a big, big touchdown right now in Valley View with a chance to go up 17 pending this extra point by Dix.
Brody Dix once again on to attempt the extra point kick. He hit a field goal in the first drive of the game to get this one started on the scoring for Valley View, but here we've got a whistle and a late flag just right after the ball was snapped.
Illegal motion against the Blazers, I think, so. And it is offsides, actually, against the Southerners.
So Valley View is going to decline the penalty.
Just to keep everything status quo on the extra point.
Exactly. So again, Caden Trevathan will hold. Talon Cobble the deep snap. Brody Dix waiting to put foot to ball. Kick is up, and it is good. So with 6:01 to play in the game, the Blazers push the lead out to 31-14. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the EAB Sports Network.
Need top-notch farming and lawn gear? Visit First Choice Farm and Lawn, your Kubota dealer in Brooklyn. We get your need for reliable equipment. That's why we offer precision Kubota machinery for any task. From seasoned farmers to green-thumbed homeowners, we are working to keep you working. Find your Kubota match at First Choice Farm and Lawn on Highway 49 in Brooklyn. Achieve your goals faster with our Kubota inventory and top-notch service. Call 870-790-2301 or drop by today. Your trusted Kubota dealer, First Choice Farm and Lawn.
You're listening to the Valley View Blazers on FM News Talk 102.1 and KBTM AM 1230 Jonesboro.
The Blazers are 6 minutes away from handing Southside its first loss of the season.
Randy, what that last touchdown does, it ensures momentum on the side of the Blazers, but it's now a 3-possession game for Southside. So they'll have to score 3 times to get back in this football game. So a big, big score by Anthony Feliz and the Blazer offense.
That last scoring drive, by the way, covering 51 yards in 6 plays, capped off by Anthony Feliz's 4-yard run. Brody Dix with the extra point kick, and Valley View leads it now 31-14.
Big help by the 15-yard Southerner penalty, but that was a nice, dominant drive by the Valley View offense.
Here's Brody Dix's kickoff. It'll be gathered in by Case at the 11-yard line. Seth Case with the football, trying to break to the outside, but caught right there as he tried to get outside by Ryder Rutledge.
Rutledge with a great job.
Nice open field
tackle. Exactly, Randy. Good job by the Blazer kickoff coverage team. Which even adds to the everything stacked against right now, against the Southerners right now, but a great kick and a great kickoff coverage.
Where's the ball spotted? Can you see?
21.
Okay, 21-yard line. So Southside will get it from there. They trail by 3 scores, less than 6 minutes to play. Savion Hall with 2 receivers right, 1 to the near side. He is back to throw, sets up, flushed. Here comes pressure. Now he's going to tuck and run and gets caught on a double team tackle.
Bingham will get credit for the tackle, but a great job.
Got about 2 yards off all that running. 2nd and 8 for Southside.
Noah Wendell also doing a good job for the Blazer defense.
Ball at the 23-yard line. Case motions right, gets it on the jet sweep, and picks up a few yards, but he's shy of the first down marker, it would appear, over on the far side.
and fails to get out of bounds with the clock continuing to run, which sounds trivial with over 5 minutes left, but the clock becoming more and more an advocate of the Blazer attack.
We remind you to join us. Stay with us at the Lexicon postgame show. We'll get a postgame visit with Coach Sean Cockrell if all goes according to plan. 3rd and 3 for Southside. Here's Hall back to throw. Swings it out. It's incomplete as the receiver just dropped the ball. Got his hands on it but couldn't hang on. He may have heard footsteps approaching, and now Southside facing a must-go-for it here on 4th and 3 deep on their side of the field.
Ball game in the bounds right here if they're unable to get it. But Southside, like you said, in a must-have situation here on 4th down and 4.
So Hall will send 2 receivers to the near side. And got to stop and play and a timeout, it would appear.
Kenny Simpson wants to talk about it, yeah.
So a break in the action, 4:55 remaining in the game. Valley View leads at 31-14. We'll return in 30 seconds on the EAB Sports Network.
Northeast Arkansas, this is John Moore of Arkansas Superstore on Highway 49 in Brooklyn. Here to tell you that we're flipping the script on car buying. Don't stand for bait and switch tactics.
That's holding.
We believe in transparency and trust. You deserve the car you want with a payment much lower than your rent. Arkansas Superstore is here to make sense of it all for you. Come over and find your dream ride. You're approved. When the banks say no, I say yes. Visit us today at 11580 Highway 49 North in Brooklyn or online at arkansassuperstore.com.
.455 remaining. Southside facing a 4th and just shy of 4 yard situation here from about their own 25-yard line. They lead, or rather they trail Valley View 31-14. Southerners with 1 receiver wide to each side. Hall takes the snap, gives it off on the inside reverse. They've got the first down, and now they break free to the outside and get it all the way up to about the 41-yard line. So Southside answering the bell there on the big 4th down gamble.
Brady Simpson once again, head coach is Kenny Simpson's son, on the big carry there for Southside on 4th down. First down obtained, but still clock running at 4:40 before the ball snapped.
3 receivers to the left for the Southerners. Hall takes it, rolling near side, wants to throw, slings it downfield, and that ball is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Case, but that was so far beyond Case's reach that he didn't even make an attempt to get to it.
Valley View in the zone coverage. They played a lot of man free tonight, but a little bit more conservative package right now for Valley View defensively.
Brooklyn trying to hang on against Batesville. They lead at 21-13 with a little over 3 minutes to play at Jordan Stadium.
That'd be a big win for Brooklyn.
Sure would. 3 wides to the left for Southside. Hall back to throw on play action, fires downfield. Nice over-the-shoulder catch made inside Valley View territory at about the 42-yard line. There's a late flag. 2 flags. And that may get to 15 tacked on to the end of it.
It will be. It was a late hit by the Blazers defensively.
That was an amazing catch.
Well, Brian Huff was there defensively. He went up and had a chance to knock the football down. Huff unable to touch the football, but I thought threw the receiver off just enough. But like you said, Randy, a great catch. And now you see the referee tackling an additional 15 yards, so a big play for the Southerners.
That's going to move it forward to the Blazer 26 with 4:25 to play. 2 receivers to the left for Savion Hall.
But a lot of Southern fans already left this ball game. We still got a lot of football to play.
This play is blown dead right as it snapped. Yeah, I hadn't noticed, but it has kind of cleared out over there a little bit.
Well, it was packed at the first of the game. So my buddy Blake Rogers, watching on TV, kind of pointed that out to me.
So the 5-yard penalty moves it back to the 31-yard line with a little over 4 minutes remaining. It's 1st and 15 now for Southside. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Savion Hall takes the snap. Here comes pressure on the blitz. He's able to complete the pass. And they'll advance it forward after the catch by Brody Simpson. And the ball will be spotted at about the 23-yard line of Valley View.
Stopped after a 3-yard gain, inbounds, so the clock still ticking. Once again, becoming more and more advantageous for the Blazers.
2nd and 13 for the Southerners. They'll give it off on a running play, and that is inside the 20 to about the 18 after the carry. I believe that was Simpson on the carry.
It was Simpson again. Been the primary ball carrier here for Southside.
3rd and 2 for the Southerners. 3:21 left. Valley View leading 31-14. Hall takes the snap, runs across the middle. I believe he got enough to move the chains.
They'll stop the clock anyway to see, and now they'll stop the clock to move the chains.
So the clock pauses with 3:13 to play.
But once again, that last Blazer touchdown, Randy, made it a 3-possession game. So Valley View still in control of this football game.
Southerners will send trip set receivers to the left. Hall rolling left, looking to throw, fires it into the back of the end zone where it's caught, and it's a score. Catch was made back in the corner of the end zone, and trying to get the number of that receiver. Can you tell, Steve?
I cannot.
Made a leaping catch in the back corner of the end zone. And I still can't read that number.
I would never watch the receiver. I'm kind of at a tough angle. But I thought Hall was pretty close to the line of scrimmage when he threw the football. So I was trying to figure that out with our decreased angle. Like I said, not a good vantage point from here. A low press box on the visiting side.
Yeah, very low. Here's the extra point kick for the Southerners. It's up. And good. It's back to a 10-point game, 31-21 with 2:55 to play as the Southerners get it back to a 10-point game. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the EAB Sports Network.
Did every July 4th here? Refinished the floors here twice. Sized up your daughter's boyfriends here? Waited in the doorway all day when your son was coming home on leave. This place has given you all you've dreamed of, and now it's giving again, in the form of a gourmet kitchen and the quietest dishwasher known to man. Realize your dream with a home equity line of credit from Simmons Bank. Dreams realized. SimmonsBank.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, subject to credit approval.
Southside draws within 10 once again after putting together a 10-play, 79-yard scoring drive. So Valley View will now most likely anticipate and expect an onside kick from the Southerners.
No doubt Valley View has a good hands team on kickoff return right here. A lot of single-digit numbers on the front line for the Blazers.
Again, 2:55 remaining. It's 31-21 now. Onside kick takes a big bounce, and it's gathered, recovered by Valley View. I believe Anthony Feliz has got it. He's immediately tackled, but Valley View does hang on to the ball. That was a tough kick to field because it took an awkward bounce right there at the end, Steve.
A great onside kick on the side. Went about 12 or 13 yards, then had a big bounce in there, but Anthony Feliz does a nice job to catch it in the air. Secure possession for Valley View.
They'll spot it at the 38-yard line of the Blazers.
Clock under 3 minutes. Southside with 2 timeouts left. They burned a timeout on that last offensive possession.
Starks goes wide left. Gartman wide to the right for Valley View. Turley out of the gun with Feliz on his left hip. Turley keeps it on the read option. He is across midfield and has it for a first down just shy of the 50-yard line. But there's a flag down.
We're going to have a hold against the Blazers. Boy, you hate that. Carson Taylor with a nice first down, which every series of downs is a lot of time off the clock. But the spot foul will mark the Blazers back to the 28-yard line, 27-yard line. This will be first down, but now first and 21.
Yeah. First and about 20 with 2:44 remaining. Very unfortunate penalty. Starks goes wide left, Gartman wide right.
Bet we see a big dose of Carson Tully running the football here, Randy.
He'll hand this one to Feliz. Feliz is going to be met and thrown back for a loss in the backfield, and Southside defense rising to the occasion on that play.
hopefully if you're a Blazer, too little too late. Southside will burn their second timeout here.
So they do take the timeout with 2:26 to play in the game. Valley View leads it 31-21. We'll pause for 30 seconds on the EAB Sports Network.
Quarterback, guard, running back. Every position has a role in building success. If you want a position where you can build success in your own career, Lexicon is hiring welders, millwrights, and many more positions. We offer free on-the-job training through our own Lexicon University so you can learn while you earn and build the career you want. Competitive pay, a great health care plan, paid vacation, a sweet 401k plan, and more. Find out more at lexicon-inc.com/football.
2nd and 23 for the Blazers from their own 25-yard line. 2:26 to play. Valley View leads 31-21. Starks is wide left. Gartman wide to the right for Valley View. Turley out of the gun. Keeps it. Running near side and caught near the line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard at best, probably.
But Southside will choose to take their third timeout.
So that will stop the clock again as Southside burns. That was their final timeout, right?
Exactly.
So they take their last timeout, pausing the clock with 2:19 to play. Valley View nursing a 10-point lead. It's 31-21. We're back in 30 on the EAB Sports Network.
You know your child's heart, and at Arkansas Children's Heart Institute, we know how to care for it. Ranked again by U.S. News and World Report, our cardiology program continues to champion patients and produce exceptional outcomes for families. At Arkansas Children's Hospital Jonesboro Clinic, we give your child the care they need close to home, whether it's a heart murmur or a congenital heart disease lesion. Our pediatric cardiology experts offer exceptional care. Visit archildrens.org/NEA to learn more today.
2 minutes, 19 seconds remaining. Valley View trying to get out of here and head back to Southwest Jonesboro with what would be the first loss of the season for their opponent, the Southside Southerners. Valley View leads at 31-21. Blazers facing 3rd and long here.
What Sean Cocker will want to do.
There's a flag before the snap.
He wants to run this play.
This is going to go against the Southerners. Apparently they came into the neutral zone.
Offsides against Southside, but that won't change the objective of Sean Cockrell. He'll look to run this play, not even worried about the first down. Southside without a timeout right now, so at least 40 seconds will be off the clock. So they'll get the ball with about a minute and a half left at best.
Blazers will have it at the 30. 3 receivers off to the right, clustered. Starks goes left. Feliz motions left. Turley shows it to him, keeps it, runs out of a tackle, tries to the break to the outside, but good containment by the Southerners as they don't let him catch the corner, and that'll bring up a 4th and about 20 here for Valley View with 2:05 to play, but the clock's still ticking, and Southside can no longer stop the clock.
Well, what Sean Cockrell does, I bet, Randy, is let it run down to 1 second the play clock, then take one of his 3 timeouts and punt the football away.
Makes sense to me. Southside's got a return man back at the 27-yard line as the clock continues to tick, currently at 1:41.
Sean Cockrell right in the ear of the line judge to the near side, so he'll call timeout right now.
So that will stop the clock with 1:34 to play as Sean Cockrell takes the timeout. Valley View leads it 31-21. Back here in 30 seconds on the EAB Sports Network.
It's a mix and match special now at all Northeast Arkansas Domino's Pizza locations. Choose any 2 for $6.99 each for carry-out or delivery. How about a medium 2-topping pizza, oven-baked sandwich, pasta in a tin, loaded tots, Domino's stuffed cheesy bread, bread twists, marble brownies, and so much more. Switch it up for lunch or dinner for the whole gang. The mixed and match special with any 2 for only $6.99 each for carry-out or delivery. Only at your Northeast Arkansas area Domino's Pizza locations.
1:34 left to play in the football game. Valley View leading Southside 31-21. Valley View facing a 4th and long.
Gage Witt deep for the Southerners.
So Gabe Witt is back to set up for the Southside return, standing at his own 30. Turley will drop back into punt formation on 4th down. Gets the kick away. Takes a nice bounce and roll after it lands. Good punt by Turley, and it is inside the 30 and down at the 29-yard line by Drew Gartman.
I got tickled. I'm right with the coaches up here in the press box for Valley View. Do not touch the football because time's running off the clock. So they finally do with a minute 25. So everything's stacked toward the Blazers right now, Randy.
Southside will get it back at their own 29. They've got 1 minute, 25 seconds left to work with, and they're down 10. Valley View leading at 31-21. Southerners send 3 receivers to the right. Savion Hall, the quarterback, with the whip on his right hip. Hall rolls right. Here comes pressure. Now he'll sling it downfield. That ball is picked off. Blazers get it back. And who came away with the INT there, Steve? Could you tell?
Not yet.
I believe that was Jet Bratcher.
Yes, sir, it was. Number 14, Kim Bradger from his linebacker spot. And Valley View will go to a knee twice now and call it a victory. Big win for the Blazers.
That interception coming with a minute 18 to play, and Bradcher will help salt this one away with a big defensive play for the Blazers. First turnover of the night in this game, I believe, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Either side. You got to love the victory formation here for a Blazer.
Absolutely. Turley will go under center. Anthony Feliz is the deep safety back. Turley will take the knee, and the Blazers are going to improve to 7-1 overall. More importantly, 5-0 in 5A East Conference play. They will hand Southside their first loss of the season as the Southerners will drop to 4-1 in the league, 7-1 overall. And a big showdown next week at Raider Field, Steve.
No doubt. That's one of those you can throw out the record. But Sean Cockrell has done a good job. And, you know, in his pregame coaching show and all that, he said he's telling his team this is just another game. So all's not lost, but they're definitely victory tonight has put the Blazers in the driver's seat in the 5A East Conference.
One more snap should do it as the Blazer fans come to their feet here on the visiting side bleachers. We're broadcasting from the visiting side press box tonight, by the way. That's why you can hear this Valley View crowd so well. And they are out in mass numbers. They got a big reason to celebrate right now.
Well, like I said, this all wraps up the conference championship, but it'll be a big game next week. Middleton will come.
And the Raiders will bring their A game. You can count on that.
No doubt.
This one is history. Valley View gets a big win here tonight, knocking off the previously unbeaten Southerners 31-21 as the Blazers improve to 7-1 overall, 5-0 in the conference. As we invite you to stay with us for our Lexicon postgame show. Sean Cockrell set to come up and join us in the postgame show hopefully very soon, so make sure you stay with us for that. Again, Valley View gets the victory 31-21. We'll pause for a 2-minute timeout. Back with our Lexicon postgame after this on the EAB Sports Network.
You won't believe it. We sold our house and we made a fortune.
No way. How'd you find out it was worth that much?
We used this awesome website, arhomevalue.com. It was a game changer. It's brought to you by Dustin White Realty. They know their stuff. Plus, arhomevalue.com is quick and easy to use. Don't miss out on getting top dollar for your home. Go to arhomevalue.com today. Brought to you by Dustin White Realty. Top dollar for your home sale is just a click away. arhomevalue.com.
What started with our grandfather and continues in its 4th generation today, Glensane's history of quality sales, service, and strong personal relationships that have kept our customers and their families coming back for over 69 years.
From my grandpa to my dad to us, service after the sale is a big deal. Whether you're looking to buy a GMC, Chevrolet, Buick, or Ford, we look forward to serving you and your family for years to come.
Across Arkansas, Farmers and Merchants Bank and the Bank of Fayetteville join you in cheering on our favorite teams. We applaud the extra effort from neighbors like you that make our local schools and activities an integral part of our community. Working as a team to help you reach your goals is a perfect game plan for success. The Farmers and Merchants Bank and the Bank of Fayetteville, finally a bank in your corner.
MeBanking.com, member FDIC.
Mom, I can't get my homework to upload.
Dad, my video game is froze again.
Babe, is our internet down again? I'm missing the big game.
Honey, I'm trying to make this online payment, but it just keeps buffering.
Get your life up to speed with high-speed internet from Empower Broadband. Empower's reliable service brings high-speed internet to even the most remote areas of Northeast Arkansas. With Empower Broadband, you can stream your favorite movies, video chat with loved ones, work from home without interruptions, and so much more. Empower Broadband. Life up to speed. For more info, visit empowerbroadband.com.
Back here at Southside Southern Stadium, where Valley View knocks Southside from the unbeaten ranks now to the previously unbeaten ranks as the Blazers get a 31-21 victory at Stewart Field. As we welcome you into our Lexicon postgame report. Time for the Lexicon postgame show. It's Lexicon can help you reach your goals and success. Go to lexicon-inc.com/football to learn more. Well, Steve, this was a three-point game at halftime, 10-7 our score. Southside looked very effective offensively in the third quarter as they kind of got that wing tee or that gun tee offense rolling, but Valley View was able to answer the call and got it out to a 17-point lead. Southside able to score one more time, but then Valley View able to seal it with a Jet Bradshaw interception, his first pick of the year.
Well, I thought it was all Valley View in the first half, everywhere except the scoreboard. A 3-point lead for the Blazers at halftime. Third quarter was all Southside, in my opinion, but the fourth quarter, when it mattered, Valley View came to play. Very impressive win here on the road at Southside.
Let's recap scoring from this one. As we mentioned, it was 10-7 at half, so we'll recap second half scoring. Valley View had the 3-point lead at halftime, and the Blazers quickly scoring in the third quarter, 11:28 mark of the third, as Carson Turley hooked up from 25 yards out with T.J. Starks on Valley View's first possession of the second half. The drive covered 42 yards in 3 plays after a nice kickoff return by Drew Gartman. That put Valley View back up by 10, 17-7. Southside would answer with a minute 12 to play in the third on a 3-yard run by Savion Hall. That drive covered 35 yards in 8 plays. That pulled the Southerners back to within 3, 17-14. Valley View would get it back and score on their next possession early in the fourth period, 11:46 mark of the final frame, as Turley went 58 yards on a scamper down the right sideline. The drive covering 65 yards in 3 plays unofficially. The extra point kick by Brody Dix made it 24-14. Valley View would score again with 6:01 to play in the game on a 4-yard run by Anthony Feliz after a 6-play, 51-yard scoring drive. The extra point kick put Valley View up 31-14. Southside would get its final score with 2:55 to play in the game on an 11-yard pass from Savion Hall, and still unsure which one of his receivers that caught that ball back in the back corner of the end zone, but it was an 11-yard scoring pass for the Southerners. It covered a 10-play, 79-yard drive for Southside, and then Jet Bradshaw able to secure the victory for Valley View when he got an interception on the south side into the field with 1:18 to play on the Southerners' last possession. And Valley View comes away with a very hard-fought quality 31-21 victory tonight here at Stewart Field. Steve?
Well, it was a great team effort, and we talked about MVP. Carson Turley was Carson Turley. T.J. Starks with a couple big catches. But it was a great team effort, just overall dominant effort by Valley View for the first half and the fourth quarter. So they're able to come away with a big win and a big step toward a conference championship.
We're going to step aside here for a 90-second timeout. Hopefully we'll give Sean Cockrell some time to get up here and visit with us as Valley View wins it 31-21. We'll be back in 90 seconds on the EAB Sports Network.
brings our community together like high school sports. No matter what the scoreboard says, it's a winning feeling just to be a part of it. At Beard, we want you to have the feeling anytime you come into one of our dealerships. Good credit, bad credit, no problem. Don't buy anywhere else until you shop at Beard location near you. Don't get a bad deal, get a Beard deal. Because why pay more?
Saving service, great selection too. Beard does it all for you.
Having trouble getting the trailer you need? Silverline Trailers, the largest trailer retailer in the USA, has the perfect solution for you. Guaranteed approval. No credit check required. Get the quality trailer you need at a price you can afford. With over 3,500 trailers available and more coming in daily, we'll find the perfect trailer for you. And at Silverline, we're always looking to hire good people. Visit our website, silverlinetrailer.com, for a location near you. You can stop by our Jonesboro location today at 3711 Stadium Boulevard or call 870-203-0000. Silverline Trailers, your trusted trailer retailer.
We welcome you back to Southern Stadium. Randy Myers joined now on the Lexicon Postgame Show by the victorious head coach, Sean Cockrell, after a 31-21 Valley View victory here at Southside tonight. Coach, congratulations. Big win for your program.
Thank you so much.
So talk about this one. This was a 3-point game at halftime, 10-7. You guys had some success moving the ball, but not a lot of success in terms of finding the end zone. However, Brody Dix did take you scored on your first possession. Brody Dix hitting his first field goal of the year. How important was that to get off to that good start?
Yeah, it was huge. We haven't asked Brody to do much as far as the field goal situation, but he's kicking the ball a lot better right now, and we felt good about it after we lost a couple yards there. That was huge to get up on the board in our first drive, and then obviously to go score again and make it 10-0 was huge. And then obviously they got that one to make it 10-7 at half. But just like you said, move the ball up and down, just couldn't find the end zone. But once on that ball to TJ there in the first half. But other than that, I thought defense played really, really well in the first half.
This game was pretty much the dogfight we expected it might be. I mean, most of the night you were able to keep them at bay. You had that 10-point advantage, and then they'd come creeping back. You got it up to 17. They scored, got it back to a 10-point game. You're able to keep distance between them all night, but you never really completely felt safe with that distance.
Oh yeah, I thought 17, 6 minutes left. I thought that's 3 scores. They've got to go down, score 3 times, and then they score, and then we knew they were going to onside kick. Obviously we got it, but then we went 3 and out, had a penalty. We've had a couple huge holding penalties on us tonight.
Right.
I believe they didn't have any. Which is crazy since they run the ball the entire game. But, that's things that we've got to work on. But, just getting that, and then the great punt by Carson right there at the end was huge. And our guys protecting, going down and getting the ball.
A lot of individual plays and moments from this one that stand out. But, again, Turley and Starks hooking up a couple of times for big scores, one in each half. How important was that for you?
It was huge. They were doing some things defensively, basically bringing 7 every time. Safeties rolling down on number 2. Corners were playing our guys really tight. We told our receivers at halftime, you're going to have to go make plays because they are all over us. We're not being able to run the ball very effectively except with Carson. So our quarterback runs were there. But he had the huge run on the touchdown.
58-yard run.
Yeah, I mean, that was big, and we blocked. Everybody blocked so well on that. All our receivers did. So that was big, and but our receivers made big plays when they had to.
And once again, another game and another Blazer interception. That one by Jet Bradshaw pretty much sealed this one away for you.
Yeah, it did. I mean, that's finally when we got some relief. We knew we had it in the bag because they didn't have any timeouts, and we knew we could kneel the ball. So that interception was big, and we had just gotten Jet out there. Right then it was basically 3-on-3, and I thought we got to get somebody out there, and defensive coaches got him out there, and he makes a pick, and we get the W.
Big stage here tonight. A lot of eyes on this game. I thought your guys responded very well, and as important as this victory is and as big as it was, still a lot of football left to be played. 2 very important games, one of them across town next week at Nettleton. So it's not a conference championship. It had that atmosphere, but technically it wasn't a conference championship game. It certainly puts you in the driver's seat and in position to control your own destiny now as you head to Nettleton next week.
Yeah, it does, and that's what I said. I mean, before the game, we've got 3 huge games ahead of us. Obviously, we wanted to get this one and make us 5-0 in the conference, but the big thing, we've got Nettleton next week, and they're a really good football team, so it's going to be, got to go on the road again against them, but want to really enjoy this one, let the kids enjoy it because they're going to be sore tomorrow. This was a battle out there, and it was a dogfight, and we did everything we could to win the ball game. I'm so proud of our kids and our coaches.
As well you should be. Thank you, Coach. We appreciate it. Good luck next week at Nettleton.
Guys.
It's Coach Sean Cockrell, our guest. We'll pause for 30 seconds. Back to wrap this one up after this on the EAB Sports Network.
HVAC system ready for fall and winter? Find out today with the Moore Super Checkup. Prevent unexpected breakdowns while extending the life of your system. Whether you need a heating or cooling inspection, we cover it all for just $55 for 55 years serving you. Call Moore Air Conditioning today, 870-336-2023, or visit us at mooreac.com. Don't settle for less.
You deserve more. Don't settle for less.
We're back at Southern Stadium here in Southside, where Valley View gets a 31-21 victory tonight over the Southerners. The Blazers improving to 7-1 and 5-0 now in 5A East Conference play, heading to Nettleton last week. As we wrap up our Lexicon postgame show, we need to name a JOSN player of the game. Steve, you and I talked about it, and there's a lot of people that you could give this award to, but so many people played so well in this big game tonight on the big stage, and we're going to make this a team award. We're giving this one to the entire Blazer football team and program, players and coaches.
No doubt. It's a program win, a big win for Valley View, puts them in the driver's seat for the 5A East once again, so I concur. I think it's a team effort, so we have a team MVP.
Player of the game brought to you by Jonesboro Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, getting you back in the game for more than 40 years. A lot of people to thank tonight, including our studio network engineer and board operator, David Wofford. Also, Taylor Settlemore and his crew of great students with the Valley View Digital Media Program for helping us out on the streaming end. For Steve Clayton, I'm Randy Myers. Again, your final score, Valley View wins at 31-21. So long from Southside.
Blazer football on